Ladies and gentlemen, I give to you our veterans.
Hello, folks. Welcome to Spanish Fork 17. We've got an awesome matchup here for you tonight. It will be the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles up against the Salem Hills Skyhawks. It's Andrew LaRose here tonight for you instead of Ryan Pickens, and we've got Chris Hurst with me today. Chris, how's it going tonight?
Going well. We got a patriotic night here at Salem Hills High School. Weather's great for football here in late August, so I'm excited for another exciting high school football game here.
So we are at Salem Hills here tonight, so not at Maple Mountain, but just obviously across town there for Salem Hills. And we're up on the roof, folks. It's absolutely crazy. We are literally up in the nest of the Skyhawks, and so not above the booth here tonight, getting some nice sun on these arms and enjoying this beautiful presentation that they've had today here for the veterans in the area. Really, really awesome thing that the Salem Hills has put together here today. So it's been really special here as part of this pregame, and obviously we're very excited for this matchup. Maple Mountain coming into this 2-0, which already has more wins than they had in the previous season. So definitely excited for the Golden Eagles and for what they've already built here so far this season. Chris, how do you think that the Golden Eagles have been able to do that so far? How have they been finding success this season?
Well, they've had to rely on Banks Jackson, the quarterback. He's been able to do it both on the ground and through the air. He's a true dual threat quarterback for Maple Mountain, and so assuming he's playing tonight, that's going to be somebody that Salem Hills is going to have to key on, but he's really been the heart of this offense. He's put up some pretty good numbers so far.
Speaking of how the Golden Eagles could potentially win this ball game, let's go to our keys of the game, presented to you by Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Chris, go ahead and walk us through those.
Yeah, so our first key is Maple Mountain has to stop the Skyhawks' rushing attack. The Skyhawks ran all over Cottonwood last week. And our second key we've pretty much already touched on with Banks Jackson, and we're gonna pause here for a second.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are gathered here tonight amongst a beautiful backdrop to take part in this great American sport of high school football. Not because of a politician or someone who sits behind a desk, but of a great group of beautiful and brave men and women who raised their right arm and swore to defend the Constitution of the United States of America against all enemies, both foreign and domestic. They are the reason why we are here and have the freedoms we do. They have been around for a while and are all represented under one banner. A banner that has been around for over 248 years. Friends, as you rise and look upon our flag tonight, she may have a different meaning in 2023 with all she has endured. But you don't see a scratch on her, a smudge, or a tear. You see 13 brilliant stripes and 50 bright stars. In 2023, she gets a lot of airtime in the media, but it's up to you to look upon her and derive your own meaning. She has been through it all, but she has endured and will persevere as we will as a country. I introduce to you tonight the Stars and Stripes of the United States of America. Now please rise. Remove cover for the playing of our national anthem by our very own Salem Hills Marching Band. Let's play some football!
All right. Yeah, thanks for pausing there as we had a moment of silence in the national anthem, and this is a patriotic-themed game, and to get to the last key, our triple T key of the game, I think 1/3 of the football is special teams, so whoever's a little bit more special tonight, pun intended, that could be a huge advantage in winning this game, Andrew.
Absolutely. I mean, that played a key role in Maple Mountain's matchup against Spanish Fork, being able to knock in that field goal to win that particular ball game and put them at 2-0. And so it really is. Special teams is an underlooked portion of a football game. And so you always think about the offense and defense, but that special teams can have such an impact on the ball game. So we're very excited to get you again this matchup here between the Salem Hills Skyhawks and the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles here at Salem Hills High School. Again, just saw a wonderful presentation for the veterans here in the area. Really awesome thing that Salem Hills put together here today for the pregame ceremony. And this is it's an interesting situation here, Chris, because this is typically a region matchup, and with how things shook up with the classifications this year and kind of moving some things around to deal with things for football reasons, this is what the 5A Region 7 standings look like right now. Maple Mountain at the top, 2-0, tied there with Springville, and then at 1-1 there's Cedar Valley, Orem, Timpview, and then 0-2 Wasatch. These are not your typical region foes here usually for Salem Hills,
or for Maple Mountain for sure.
Maple Mountain, my apologies. Yes.
Yeah, and that's a very tough region. Maple Mountain 2-0, getting a couple wins against Nebo Squirrels so far, and Payson, Spanish Fork, and hopefully getting one tonight against Salem Hills if you're a Maple Mountain fan. And Maple Mountain is the only one that plays all the Nebo schools this year.
And Orem there looms right there in Region 7. They have been dominant the last several years, and so it's been a really interesting one. Timpview as well, always an excellent program. So this is a tough region that Maple Mountain's kind of gotten themselves thrown into. And then on the other side of things for Salem Hills, they are playing in 4A at this point. They are kind of seeing more of the more normal foes in terms of their region.
Yeah, they were able to beat Cottonwood 50-0 last week, Salem Hills, and they just ran the ball all over Cottonwood last week. So this is going to be, I think this is going to be a close matchup tonight, Andrew.
I certainly hope so. These are two teams that really struggled last year, and so it'd be nice for each school to be able to have a nice rebound season here in 2023 and get both of these programs historically are pretty solid, and so would love to see both of these be able to rise up to the top of their respective regions and be able to hopefully have a nice deep run here. Midfield point toss.
And for Salem Hills, they've had Kay's the guy you're going to have to watch out for Maple Mountain in the rushing attack. He's number 21 for Salem Hills. He has 217 yards so far on the season, assuming he's playing tonight. So I think for Maple Mountain, they're going to have to figure out how to stop the rushing attack. And last week, they did okay at times, they struggled at times, and they did well. So it was a mixed bag on that rushing attack for the Golden Eagles, and they struggled a little bit with that last season as well.
Yeah, definitely getting a lot of production so far on the ground from Banks Jackson, which you don't always want to truly rely completely on your quarterback in terms of your rushing attack, but thus far it's worked out well for the Golden Eagles. And like you said, for the Skyhawks, they've really been relying on Roper K so far, and a decent season thus far as well for their starting quarterback, Jedi Nelson, who has probably one of the best names in all of Utah. I mean, your name is Jedi. That's pretty dope. But I imagine that he's also related to their previous quarterback, Jackson Nelson, who was their starter last year. They lost a few key players, Nelson being one of them from last year, but both of these teams really, really young coming into this season. They are, though, now kind of transitioning over to most of their contributors being juniors and seniors for this season. But both these teams, I think last year, a bit of a transition year for them, but this year seems like the pieces are coming together for both teams, and really just excited for some Friday night football here on Spanish Fork 17 as we just saw the coin toss there and the handshakes, and it looks like we're getting close to being underway here.
Now, this has been a very, very long pregame.
It sure has.
For both teams, so I wonder how both teams, we're expecting to probably start about 9-10 minutes ago. So I wonder if that's going to affect it. Both teams walked out on the field together, locked in arms with a veteran, which was awesome to see. But this game, a little slow getting away, and we'll see if we get a slow start or if one team can take advantage of kind of the lull. I know, you're all amped up to play a football game, and then when you're standing around, some of that adrenaline could make for some sloppy play as that's worn off and nerves are running high.
Also want to mention, of course, that we're streaming this live on our YouTube page. That's youtube.com/SpanishFork17. Make sure to click that subscribe button and join our Spanish Fork 17 family so that you can get all of the great content that we have on there, as well as the Spanish Fork and Maple Mountain games that we are able to cover. So if you are a big fan of the high schools here, make sure that you are subscribed to this page, youtube.com/SpanishFork17. It looks like it will be Maple Mountain kicking off here, so it will be the Skyhawks receiving to start off this ball game.
To receive for the Skyhawks. Yeah. Aiden Haskell.
Is that Huntsman kicking off there for Maple Mountain?
Number 17. Caleb Huntsman.
It is indeed Caleb Huntsman, senior kicker there for the Golden Eagles.
Salem Hills, our guys are, their returners are facing the wrong way. I can't tell who it was for sure.
All right, folks, are you ready for some football here on Spanish Fork 17 as Salem Hills is ready to receive the kick here, and we are underway. A solid kick right to the goal line will be returned here by the Skyhawks. And it will go all the way to the 26-yard line, and immediately starting this this game with a foul penalty on the play here.
Down by number 34, Tiger Hakes.
Is that MacArthur with the return that time for Salem Hills? Pretty good return pending what this penalty is. Could be a long night if we're starting off with one penalty this early in the ball game.
Yeah, definitely not great.
Personal foul goes against the Skyhawks.
That is against the Skyhawks. It will be sounded like a personal foul according to our PA. The ball will be at the 15-yard line. First drive here for the Skyhawks. And again, as you mentioned, definitely keep an eye on their running back here in this ball game. Roper K has put together a couple nice ball games here to start things off for the Skyhawks. So 1st and 10 for Salem Hills. The snap to Nelson. Nelson will go across the middle, and nice completion there. Basically just a 2-yard completion there. That is to number 88.
Cloward was brought down by Knutson for Maple Mountain after about 4-yard gain there. For Nelson, he comes in with 355 yards passing, 4 touchdowns and 4 interceptions for the Skyhawks. So he's also a dangerous weapon. He can run it as well, as he has 69 rushing yards through 2 games.
A nice little scramble threat. 2nd and 6 here for Salem Hills. They go with the pitch to K, and he's got a nice little opening, and he will be down though at about the 27-yard line.
Back to number 21, Roper K. Heads off to the left side.
K looked like he got a little bit further than he did, but he's about 2.5 yards short here. So Maple Mountain can get a 3 and out if you're Salem Hills. You want to pick up at least a couple of first downs to kind of flip the field position in your favor.
So 3rd and 2 here now for Salem Hills. Nice job here so far by the Golden Eagles. Hoping to be able to hold them up here and force the punt by the Skyhawks here on their first possession. Watch out for the big target there in the slot. Nelson's going to keep it instead. He's going to get past the first down marker and plenty more. Excellent rush there by Jedi Nelson, as we see here on the replay. Excellent job here to read the defense, and just goes with the quarterback keeper.
Yeah, that was a draw all the way. Poor tackling on the backside Maple Mountain, but they spread him out in that pistol formation with trips to your near side of the screen, and that opened up the draw.
A couple broken tackles there on some, again, not the best arm tackles there from the Golden Eagles. So reset it down to your 1st and 10 for Salem Hills. They're going to hand this off to K, who's going to be snuffed out right by the line of scrimmage.
Nelson hands off to number 21.
Great job by the interior, led by Wolfgram of Maple Mountain, who gets kind of a tackle for loss there. Well, actually, I guess we'll give him half a yard.
Line brings up 2nd and 9.
So it'll be 2nd and 9 now for the Skyhawks. Wolfgram with the lone sack so far on the season for the Golden Eagles, getting a sack in the game against the Dons. So a guy that certainly has caused some havoc in the backfield for the Golden Eagles. So 2nd and 9. And this is definitely where the Golden Eagles would like to see. Oh, that snap gets away from Nelson, and that is going to be some big-time negative yardage. Huge swing play there for the Golden Eagles defense.
Yeah. Kavika Breenhurst takes advantage on his edge rush of the bad snap there, outruns the tackle, and he gets a 2 Jacks Pizza sack.
And that thing is going to be all the way back. All the way back there to the 22-yard line. That's a huge sack there for the Golden Eagles. Again, that's a huge play. Already, behind the sticks with the play. 2nd and 9. Now it's 3rd and 25 here. I don't know what plays you usually have in the playbook for 3rd and 25, but we'll see what Salem Hills dials up here on this one.
You throw it short, you hope for a face mask.
Yeah, that's probably not a horrible plan. 4 receivers on the play. Nelson drops back. Has some time. Ends up having to escape out of the pocket. Nice play there by the Golden Eagles defense.
It's Breenhurst once again with another big tackle, and Salem Hills is going to punt, and Maple Mountain should have a decent field position to start their first possession.
Yeah, definitely an excellent first time on the field here for the Golden Eagles defense. Gotta love being able to stop that first possession, prevent that first team from gaining momentum at the beginning of the game. So the Skyhawks now sent to punt this one away. Ball will bounce right at the 40-yard line and will be downed by the Skyhawks at about the 34-yard line.
Where the Eagles take over.
Pretty good possession so far. Or for the defense for Maple Mountain. They didn't give up too many yards. So we'll have to see what Banks Jackson and the Golden Eagles can do on their first offensive possession.
Yeah, it feels like a big one with, you want to make sure that you don't get caught up in a shootout here with the Skyhawks. And so nice job there by the Golden Eagles defense to hold down that first possession. And yeah, we'll see what the offense has here with Banks Jackson and his accoutrement of weapons. Easton Merrill, the big play threat there at wide receiver. He's going to find a nice lane here on first down. Gets all the way to the 50-yard line. Excellent run there by Banks Jackson to start things off here for the Golden Eagles.
A great job by the offensive line and the running back. Yishi had a really good lead block there, and easy yards there for Banks Jackson. And who needs a running back when you got a fullback that can block like that for your quarterback?
Always love a good lead blocker that can lay down the wood and give you a nice open lane. That was absolutely beautiful. Excellently drawn up play there by the Golden Eagles. 1st and 10 now, right at midfield. The snap to Jackson. Has a lot of time, had a wide receiver open that was flailing his arms. He's going to throw this one out towards the sideline. It will be incomplete, trying to get that one to crop there, but will go out of bounds.
A pretty smart decision by Jackson not to force anything. I think he wanted to throw it, and then he realized no one was open where he wanted to go with it, wanted to run, and Salem Hills did a great job of staying in their rushing lanes, allowing for that to be an incompletion. Yeah,
forced Jackson over to his left, where there just really weren't open receivers. Had he been able to get over to his right, he did have. It looked like he had it. I believe that was Morehouse that had gotten open out on the corner, but just didn't quite get his head around to be able to see it. 2nd and 10, the handoff. Nice little gain there by Ishii.
Jacobson hands off to number 23.
Yeah, Ishii, he's going to get a few carries, but I really think Banks Jackson is going to be the heart of the running attack here for Maple Mountain. But watch for him to fake that and for Jackson to keep that as well. You got to keep him honest. But this is a big 3rd down for the Salem Hills defense here. Also might be a spot, if you get a few yards, you go for it on 4th if you're Coach Kalen Hall.
Yeah, it's definitely kind of that awkward no man's land here, just a bit beyond the 50-yard line, so you don't want to have to necessarily punt it here. 3rd and 7. Jackson in a little bit of trouble. That's going to be an interception by the Skyhawks. That's number 31 making his way all the way to the end zone. Touchdown for the Skyhawks, and that is going to be a heartbreaker there for the Golden Eagles as a pick 6 goes in for Salem Hills to start the scoring in this ball game.
A great job by Noah Butler staying in his lane, and Jackson threw one where he shouldn't have, because we got a cannon as well. Shooting a little artillery tonight.
I know, yeah. The firepower out tonight.
Yeah, but great job by Noah Butler in coverage, taking that to the house for Salem Hills.
Yeah, that is a huge momentum swing. Again, was praising the Golden Eagles defense for being able to get the stop on that first possession, and then on a 3rd and 7 play, Jackson just kind of gets caught lost off his back foot, tries to just do what he can to complete a pass, and right into the arms of Noah Butler for 6 points. Skyhawks hoping to tack on the extra point here. The extra point is indeed good. It will be 7-0 here in favor of the home team. The Skyhawks with the lead here with 6:40 left here in the first quarter.
Well, that's a huge momentum play right there for Salem Hills. Looked like they were going to struggle a little bit possibly so far on offense. Instead, their defense steps up to get some points.
And this is a big moment here for the Golden Eagles. You got to get your defense rallied up and ready to go, and just get right back out there and get another stop, and hopefully get to a place where the offense can get themselves going. That gives us an opportunity here while we're waiting for the kick to thank our sponsors here at Spanish Fork 17. That's Lance Wilson State Farm, 2 Jacks Pizza, MVP Sports, and Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. While we've got you, I also want to remind you that our next broadcast is going to be the Spanish Fork Dons up against the Mountain View Bruins, my alma mater. Definitely love the Bruins, but I want to remind you that this one is not going to be next Friday, but the Friday following on September 8th. So make sure that you're tuning in for the Dons versus the Bruins, September 8th at 7 p.m. here on Spanish Fork 17.
And our boss is nice enough to let us have Labor Day weekend off. Let's go.
I know, so lovely. Kickoff upcoming here for Salem Hills, and that one is going to be kicked out into the back of the end zone. It will be a touchback.
For a touchback. Ball be brought out to the 20-yard line.
Well, down by 7, Banks Jackson has a chance to redeem himself on this drive here. It's only a second INT on this season, so nothing to be too worried about this early in the game, but you want to be very protective of that football and limit those turnovers if you're Banks Jackson. So something to be cognitive of.
Customer service.
Yeah, you want to see them get his confidence back up, maybe run some plays where he can use his legs a little bit. That seems to be where he's most comfortable. So maybe drop a nice QB run here at some point in this first sequence here. So 1st and 10 at the 20. Gonna go a nice little bubble screen out to his tight end there, Stonebreaker. It'll be a couple yards.
Yeah, the sophomore Stonebreaker makes the catch, eludes one tackler, and
number 88.
Doesn't get a whole lot, but you get a completion pass and a couple of yards there.
Yeah, at the very least, it just gets Jackson back in rhythm. You know, it's. I think I really like that play. Just a nice, easy, quick pass, and let your tight end work in open space. So 2nd and 8 here, so a little bit behind the sticks, but not too bad here for the Golden Eagles. Jackson will drop back in shotgun. Looks across, goes across the middle of the field, a little bit high, I think, there for looks like that was intended for Stonebreaker once again.
Penalty markers down.
There is a flag on the play, though.
Yeah, I don't know if he was throwing that one away because there really wasn't a Golden Eagle receiver in the area, and I don't know what they're.
That might be something that they're even looking at here. It's
either a hold or, well, Maple Mountain's moving back.
Holding goes against the Eagles.
So it will, in fact, be a hold. And we will repeat 2nd down here. So it will be 2nd and 18 once we get everything all moved back. So a big penalty there for the Golden Eagles. Kicks them back to the 12-yard line. 18 to go here. Nice screen set up here for the Golden Eagles. Not quite able to burst quite through it, but definitely a nice play design there by the Golden Eagles to get themselves a nice chunk of yardage there on second down.
A nice catch by Yishi that time as he gets a few yards and gets upfield, but big credit to Fusselman of Salem Hills, number 34, who breaks, a couple blocks there to make a tackle, because that one looked like that was going to go a long ways.
It was a beautiful design, but yeah, nice job there by the Skyhawks defense to knife their way through and get the tackle. If they don't get him there, he easily had another 5 to 10 yards. So 3rd and 10 here for the Golden Eagles. The snap to Jackson. Takes a read, is going to be in trouble. Oh, excellent play there by the Skyhawks. That is.
We got a flag.
There's a flag on the play, though, so we'll see what's going on.
A big sack there by the Skyhawks, but we'll see what the effect of it is. I guess as a sideline warning. They love calling these in the first quarter based on the 2 games I've seen.
Get the warning out early.
Sack. Looks like we had number 54, Max Gustin.
I'm saying it was Max Gustin on the sack for Salem Hills.
Personal foul goes against the Skyhawks.
Ooh, that's a big one there.
Got a personal foul. I'm assuming that's after. So we'll still have 4th down. No automatic first down here at the high school level. Which I think that's the only level that's the case.
Yeah. The ball just a tick behind that 26-yard line here. So it is a 4th down here for the Golden Eagles, as they will be 4 yards short of the first down marker. And they'll bring out the punt unit. Kick is away there for the Golden Eagles. Nice angle there, as it'll be away from the punt returner, who is able to break that first tackle, gets himself up the sideline all the way up to the 48, it looks like. Nice little return there by the Skyhawks. That is number 0, Ledger Holmes. Nice return there for the freshman.
Right on the 50 there. Holmes takes it up the way. He's also a quarterback here for Salem Hills, and just a freshman.
Yeah, definitely a guy to look in the future to contribute big time, I think, for Salem Hills. So they will start off their second drive here on the 50-yard line right at midfield.
And this is the first year they're letting him wear number 0 at the high school level.
It's really cool. It's also the first year that we're seeing a lot of zeros in the NFL as well, for especially for guys that are non-quarterbacks. Nice little keeper there by Nelson. He'll get himself to the 55-yard line, so 5-yard gain.
Yeah, Kolomalu eventually brings him down at the end of that run, but yeah, you'll take 5 yards if you're Salem Hills. You start right at the 50. Now you're on the plus side of the field. 4:30 to go in this game, and you got a 7-point lead, so things are looking positive for the Skyhawks.
And stringing together a nice little run here after the pick 6. So 2nd and 5 for Salem Hills. Nelson with it. That gets batted down. Excellent hands. Excellent hands at the line of scrimmage there. That's number 25.
That's Wolfgram again with another big play.
Wolfgram making his name known here in this ball game. There is a flag on the play.
These officials are going to call it tight tonight, aren't they?
Sure are, yeah.
Yeah, Wolfgram comes in with 10 tackles on the season, and it's been all over the place tonight.
And been flying around, been absolutely fantastic so far for the Golden Eagles defense. We'll see what the call here is. Taking a little bit of time here with it.
Moving back. I think they were shifted illegally.
Yeah, legal shift.
Goes against the Skyhawks.
I did think that things looked a little wonky there on that play. I actually thought for a second there it might have been a false start, but illegal shift makes some sense in my brain as well. So they'll jump them right back to midfield again. So basically replay this thing as it goes 2nd and 10.
Yeah, I know they sent the receiver in the slot in motion. I wonder if somebody else also moved laterally or went in motion before the other guy stopped as well.
Nelson gets his team set up here. It's a 4 wide receiver set. trips on the left side. They set up the pass. It's going to be intercepted by the Golden Eagles, and they're going to return the favor here with a pick six of their own. Wonderful job there by the Golden Eagles defense to answer big time here. Excellent job there by Hardy. Snatches that ball out of the air and gets it into the end zone, and it is now 7-6. Nice job there by the Golden Eagles defense.
Yeah, and about a 50-plus yard return there for the Golden Eagles. If you like pick sixes, we got you covered tonight.
This is your ball game tonight, folks. If you are a fan of, as Chris said, you're a fan of pick sixes and nice defensive play. That's what you're getting so far here in this particular ball game. So 4:03 left here in the first quarter, and both scores thus far in this ball game have been pick sixes for each defense.
And both those defenses are really sneaking close to the line of scrimmage with their secondary. So I wonder if you can hit some of these passes over the top. Both teams are keeping it short, though.
The extra point attempt is up through the uprights and good. A tie ball game here on Spanish Fork 17, 7-7. Again, with 4:03 left here in the first quarter. That is a huge answer there by the Golden Eagles. And now it'll be up to the Skyhawks to figure out how to rally themselves back once they get back on offense.
Yeah, and that's, we just saw an interception by Banks Jackson. He came out, and Maple Mountain really struggled to move the ball. We'll have to see how Jedi Nelson recovers after that interception. Now, that one was tough because he hit his receiver in the hands, but he just got leveled, I believe, by Grin of Maple Mountain, and then that ball popped up to where Hardy grabbed it. So that's more on the receiver than the quarterback.
Yeah, the receiver definitely did not help there. Maybe led him just a little bit more than he should have. But, I mean, a good throw, like you said, Chris, right in the hands, but nice job there by the Golden Eagles defense to swarm, get that ball loose, and then Hardy grabs it and runs his way on over for a touchdown. So excellent ball game here on Spanish Fork 17. Again, it's been absolutely exciting. We got to see a cool pregame presentation for the veterans in the area. Definitely feeling like America today here. Also flags all over the place. It's really just been a very fun atmosphere. It's they've got we already mentioned it already, freaking artillery out there over at the end zone every time there's been a Salem Hills score right at the beginning of the ball game. It's absolutely just huge, bone-shattering artillery. So that's going to be off the hands of the return man. It does end up collecting it up, and a nice job there by the coverage team to level him down right at the, looks like the 17-yard line.
A pretty good job by Jackson Peterson. Maple Mountain, number 4, getting down there, and eventually got cleaned up by Ashby.
They'll spot this thing just shy of the 18-yard line.
Pretty good crowd here tonight on both sides.
Absolutely,
Maple Mountain student body showed up.
Yeah, looking across the way, the stands are filled pretty nicely on the other side, and so it's a packed house here at the Skyhawks nest, and it's like I said, it's really been a fun ball game, really fun atmosphere as the Skyhawks will begin their drive here with 3:55 left in the first quarter. They'll hand things off here on first down to Roper K, and looks like he will be down right around the 20-yard line.
Yeah, so that'll bring up about 2nd and 8. Just a couple of yards up the middle there for Roper K. We saw last week in our game, Maple Mountain really struggled with that interior run. But I imagine that the challenge this week might be a little bit easier for Maple Mountain on having to cover that interior run game.
Yeah, I mean, watching Spanish Fork, I mean, Vest is an absolute bruiser, and so, obviously Roper K, a really solid runner in his own right, but not quite as thick, I think, as Vest is. As the snap will be there, Nelson will make a throw. It'll be a little bit low. Nice grab there by the Skyhawks receiver to get the first down.
I think that might be Court Stewart with the catch there, diving catch.
Complete to number 5, Court Stewart.
Yeah, Court Stewart. His 8th catch on the season, according to Max Preps.
33-yard line, which is good enough for another Skyhawk.
So a first down there for the Skyhawks. The ball spotted at the 33-yard line. So 1st and 10 with now 2:50 left here in this first quarter.
And if you're the Skyhawks, if you can take it down and score, you're going to take a lot of time off with this methodical offense here, but they've got a long ways to go.
The handoff to Kay right up the gut. Nice job there by the Golden Eagles to swarm him right at the line of scrimmage once again. Excellent job there. Oh, wow, helmet coming off, and that flag on the play.
Great job by Rockwood blowing that up before Kalamula lost his helmet there. We'll see what the penalty is.
Down at the end of the play.
Both teams were playing. Maybe we just call it offset and we move on, officials. You don't want to see this turn into a penalty foul festival, so you got to keep it in check, but also you don't want to have the officials determine the game. And this is going to be on Maple Mountain.
That ball foul, personal foul, goes against the Eagles.
So you have personal foul there against the Golden Eagles. It will now be second down. Spotting it at the 40-yard line.
Right where they kick it, right on that X. It's interesting to watch how these high school teams spread out these receivers and then try and run it up the middle. The optics just are a lot different than it looked 10, 20 years ago.
Absolutely nice rollout there for Nelson. He's looking deep, doesn't see anything, and then gets himself out of the pocket. Nice little scramble there by Jedi Nelson. He will be dropped down at about the 47-yard line. Definitely was looking for something deep, but then just gets what he can with his legs.
Yeah, Jedi Nelson was coming to your near side of the screen, realizes that there was nothing going there. They even pulled the guard that time. It was clearly a designed run the whole time. But has to cut back and gets quite a bit out of nothing in that case. And then Knutson for Maple Mountain finally brings him down. He's the leading tackler coming into this game for Maple Mountain.
Yeah, Knutson, perfect form there as well. Like, was going right for that ball. Actually, I think was pretty close to jamming it out of Nelson. Nelson in trouble here, and he's going to go down as the pocket just absolutely collapses on him.
Yeah, that's a two-jack sack by Tiger Hakes that time. Also, Gabe Rockwood helping out as well.
Tiger Hakes of the Eagle defense. All be spotted at about the 44. Check that 43-yard line.
Seen a lot more sack production out of the Golden Eagles tonight, and a pretty good job by these linebackers in particular. Let's call out Wolfgram and Breenhurst, bringing that pressure from the edge. And Rockwood was solid all last week against the Dons. It looks like he's also bringing it. So tough matchup for the Skyhawks if they're going to try and run on this interior.
Yeah, bruising physical interior thus far for the Golden Eagles. And Nelson's going to once again escape and breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle. He gets himself right near the first down marker. We'll see where they mark it. Looks like he is going to be just a little bit short, but this is yet another nice scramble by Jedi Nelson.
And Nelson's either elusive or Maple Mountain needs to work on their tackling. Let's go with elusive, but those were some great moves. I wasn't sure if that was Jedi Nelson or Michael Jackson running down there.
And they're going to go just nice and tight here on third down to make sure that they get the yardage. It is a little, looks like they do get the extra, a little bit extra there to get that first down.
Didn't look like Nelson had it initially, but that second push there by the Skyhawks line, and Nelson got him a yard or two extra.
They'll be marked at the 32-yard line. 30 seconds left here in this first quarter. You imagine that the Skyhawks will run one more play here before the quarter ends, but we'll see. Certainly taking a decent while there in the huddle.
They have to run at least one more play.
You got to do at least one with the play clock where it is. So Nelson back in shotgun. He will survey the field, goes middle, and finds his receiver there. And that's going to be a nice play to end this first quarter for the Skyhawks. They get themselves at the 28-yard line.
It was Court Stewart there. No, the clock will run out here in a second. We'll see if we get another artillery fire.
Yeah, brace yourselves, folks.
Which is good enough for another Skyhawk.
So it looks like we are just going to be going right on over to the second quarter. So the ball game tied here 7-7. 2 pick sixes so far in this ball game. We'll get you the second quarter when we come back on Spanish Fork 17.
Sunrock is a quality.
If you're looking for a workout, you know MVP Sports is the place to start, and that includes pickleball. MVP Sports has all you need to get active in this growing sport. Paddles, shoes, clothing, and the pickleballs. MVP Sports in Spanish Fork.
The best time to check your furnace is before it fails, and you can rely on Triple T to do the job right. Our technicians are trained every year so you can sleep better at night, knowing your furnace is safe to operate. Call Triple T at 798-7711 to schedule your tune-up today.
Flexibility. I have built my agency.
Welcome back to Spanish Fork 17. It is the second quarter of this matchup between the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles and the Salem Hills Skyhawks here on, again, as I said, Spanish Fork 17. Andrew LaRose and Chris Hurst with you tonight. Both scores in this game have been pick sixes, which is just kind of a weird thing, but it's been a fun one here thus far on the station, and right now it is Salem Hills driving here. It is going to be, the ball is at the 29-yard line, 1st and 10 after yet another nice throw by Nelson. Nelson surveys the field. He's going deep here for the end zone, and just a bit off as the diving Court Stewart there. That would have been an absolutely beautiful reception there by him, but just a little bit out of his reach.
Yeah, Nelson's definitely targeting Stewart tonight of the Skyhawks, and so we'll have to see if that continues. Stewart had 7 catches and 54 yards coming into this, but they've really been targeting him. Gamble, number 10, we haven't heard much of him. He comes in as the leader and receiver in both receptions and yards for the Skyhawks, and he's on your clear far side of the screen.
Yeah, kind of playing that X receiver, but Z receiver tonight here has been Stewart, and they as you said, Chris, have been targeting him. Nelson gets outside the pocket and will scramble once again, gets himself out of bounds right at about the 25-yard line, so a nice modest gain there on second down.
Runs out of bounds.
And gets to the 25, about half of what he needs to get another set of downs.
25-yard line brings up 3rd down and 6 for the Skyhawks.
With those edge rushers, they're trying to get to the quarterback, but they also have to do a little bit better job if you're on that edge of containing that run, especially when you've got a Jedi that's piloting the offense.
Very nice. I love that reference.
Yeah, I'm a dad. Sorry, yeah, my apologies.
Pick the Skywalker of your choice for the pilot there.
Yes.
So 3rd and 6, Nelson with it. He's going to go over the middle. Oh, a near interception there. Goes right out of the hands. A little extracurricular activity there between the number 2 and number 30 there. But hopefully cooler heads prevail here, as we've already had plenty of penalties on the game today.
Looks like they're going to go for the field goal attempt here, but Knutson could have got the INT. He just
right there.
Wasn't expecting it to hit him in the head almost.
Yeah.
Will be a
42-yarder here. Looks like 45.
It's Millar.
Sounds like a kicker name. He's probably got this one.
Christian Millar from 42. And that is going to be through for 3 points there for the Skyhawks. That's a nice kick there by Christian Millar. So that puts the Skyhawks back in the lead here with 11:38 left in this second quarter. So 10-7, the home team over the visiting team, Salem Hills over Maple Mountain. As we have a break here, gives us an opportunity to thank our sponsors here at Spanish Fork 17.
Here at All Smiles Dentistry.
Chris, go ahead and take it away for us.
Yeah, we got Lance Wilson, State Farm Insurance, MVP Sports, Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, and Two Jacks Pizza. We'd like to thank these sponsors for making this game possible. Also, remember to watch these broadcasts on youtube.com/Spanish Fork 17 on the YouTube app. Check that out. And then September 8th, the Mountain View Bruins are going to come all the way to the Dons Stadium to take on Spanish Fork. So that'll be our next broadcast here on Spanish Fork 17.
Again, reminder, September 8th, not September 1st. So not this upcoming Friday, but the following month. So 2 weeks from now, make sure that you're tuning in. The Bruins are a fun time. They've not been great the last couple years, but that's probably good for the Dons, as the kickoff is up and away there by Millar. And the Golden Eagles set to return here. He will get himself up to about the 28-yard line, but once again, another flag on the play.
And the Dons, they're traveling all over the place over the last few weeks, and next week as well. So
it'll definitely be nice for them to, settle in at home for a little bit. We'll see what the flag is here. Blocking the back.
So that'll move Maple Mountain back a little bit there. What's interesting is I saw USC's and UCLA's schedules for next year if they stand and they play like 5 road games and then play like 5 home games in the season.
That's so nuts.
In that Big Ten play, I guess they just don't want to leave California when it's warm.
I mean, it makes sense, and also just for the traveling sake, I mean, might as well get all the traveling in at once for those California teams, and then make everyone else travel out to them for those 5 straight weeks. And then we'll see what we've got here. 1st and 10 for the Golden Eagles. It'll be a keeper here. And he's going to get himself right at about the 20-yard line, so real close to that first down marker.
Yeah, put your own Banks be an open punt in there, but Jackson does a good Banks Jackson that time. Gets a good job of getting the edge, getting out of bounds, not getting hit, and also moving the sticks.
1st down and 10 for the Eagles.
Excellent job there. That feels like a big rhythm play there for Jackson. Again, that's going to be the key here for the Golden Eagles, is to really rely on his legs, and that was an excellent play there for them. I mean, he's been averaging just a little bit under 150 rushing yards per game so far. So we'll see what happens here. Nice little rhythm pass there, and it'll be right at the sideline, right at about the 32-yard line. Nice catch there by Easton Merrill. That's going to be the big name to remember for this receiver core. He's been kind of their deep threats, caught 2 touchdowns already on the season.
Yeah, he's having a great season, and Easton Merrill was a pretty good receiver for this Maple Mountain team last year, but it looks like this offense, back-to-back first downs for the Golden Eagles, might be getting a little bit of rhythm.
Yeah, this is definitely what you want to see if you're a Maple Mountain fan. 2 big, nice plays of 10-plus yards. Hopefully get some of the jitters out. Oh, wow, that was an excellent blitz there. Nice job there, though, by Banks to be able to juke his way out of there. Gets a little bit of a short gain there.
He slithered his way out of that. That was impressive by Banks Jackson. So, but good play by the Skyhawks on that blitz. That was a good call, because the blitz was in the right spot that time for the Skyhawks.
I got him out of the pocket and just basically broke that play up. So nice play call there by the Skyhawks. It'll bring up 2nd and 8. Ball on the 34-yard line. 4-receiver set once again here for the Golden Eagles. Motion across, and they blitz once again, and Jackson able to evade once again as well and gets a bigger gain here. Looks like about 6 here, so he'll be about 2 yards short of the sticks.
Yeah, the Skyhawks that time had the right idea, but they just over-pursued a little bit that time. And Jackson's able to split the Skyhawks that time, defenders, and get upfield, and they're a first down.
For the Eagles.
So this is a pretty big 3rd down here for Maple Mountain. It's definitely a spot you don't want to go for it on 4th down. But you're so close to the sticks, you might be tempted to.
Absolutely. So 3rd and a little bit more than 1 here. Jackson will hand it off. Nice first down gain there. That is Hoffines getting the short yardage gain there for first down.
Yeah, Nick Hoffines having another great season for the Golden Eagles so far, as he's part of that running back tandem.
Heads up the middle, gets brought down by
most importantly, you move the chains for Maple Mountain. Both these teams are more of your traditional. I like how they huddle, they take their time, really shorten the game and the number of possessions as well.
Definitely love the methodical drive here for the Golden Eagles, as they are once again first and 10 at the 44-yard line. Jackson with it. Has lots of time. He opts to go ahead and scramble out. He's going to get himself right to about midfield. Looks like they'll mark it just a bit shy of the 50-yard line, so a nice little gain there on first down.
It's a nice gain, and if you're the Skyhawks secondary, you got to be telling your defensive line, like, hey, get some pressure on him, contain him. Because I was looking for a receiver on the backside, and that was pretty good coverage. Usually when you get that much time, you're like, who's open on the backside? I can promise you, I didn't see anybody.
I didn't see anybody either. Honestly, the secondary, I've been quite impressed with the Skyhawks secondary, as Jackson's had his eyes down a couple times for a big shot, and there just hasn't been anything there. So 2nd and 4. They'll swing it out to, I believe that's Stonebreaker once again, but nice job there by the Skyhawks defense to swarm and take him down.
Stonebreaker's going the wrong direction as he loses a couple here. And for Salem Hills, you can bring the heat on this because this is a passing situation. I would recommend you blitz the running lanes, though.
So loss of 3 there on the pass there to Stonebreaker. Again, nice job by the Skyhawks defense to get him down. So 3rd and 7 at about the 47-yard line. Big play here for the Golden Eagles. Just a little bit short of their 50-yard line. Stonebreaker in motion, Nelson with it. He is going to go deep. He's going to be just a bit over the head of Easton Merrill. Nice thought there. Had his guy open, but just a bit long on the throw.
And Easton Merrill was open on that.
He was.
On that deep pass, but Jackson just throws it out of bounds. If he throws that more towards the middle of the field, I think Merrill can make a play on it, and this one might be 13-7, or 13-10, pardon me. Instead, it's 10-7 with Skyhawks looking to get the ball back.
Absolutely. He hit Merrill in stride there. He definitely probably takes that one to the house. Instead, it'll be a punt here for the Golden Eagles. Punt is underway. It's a nice low line drive that bounces actually a little bit past the punt returner. Does make a little move there, but he will be taken down at the 25.
Yeah, brought down by Ashby, so pretty good coverage by Maple Mountain special teams.
Heads off to the left side. Gets brought down by number 41 of the Eagle defense.
Holmes for the Skyhawks with the punt return. Ledger Holmes, the freshman. So Salem Hills gets the ball back once again here. 10-7 ball game with 8 minutes left here in the first half. They will get the ball back again right at that 25-yard line.
We've got another discussion of the stripes down there, figuring out what the penalty is.
Another penalty.
I think we've had more penalties this game than the first 2 I've done on the season. Holy cow.
Yeah, another personal foul, and this one is on the Golden Eagles. So it's a 15-yarder, so that's going to put the Skyhawks all the way at the 40-yard line. So now excellent field position here for Salem Hills, hoping to extend their lead here. Again, there is 8 minutes left here in this first half.
And they get the sideline warning. We got that one out of the way in the second quarter as well.
I mean, that is snap there to Nelson, and he's going to make his way through some pretty tough pressure there by the Golden Eagles as he ends up going down around the 41-yard line. So gets a gain of 1, but for the Golden Eagles, a little bit of a blown opportunity there. Looks like they almost had the sack.
They almost had the sack there, almost had him down in the backfield, but he'll take 2nd and 9 in this situation, and pretty good job by Adams from his defensive tackle spot running him down. So Jedi Nelson was just 1 tackle away from maybe having one broken tackle away, I should say, from making a big play.
And it looks like he was kind of looking for an outlet there, and Kay was open for like about a split second. But 2nd and 9 here. Nelson with he's going to go over the middle, and looks like his receiver kind of lost his footing there. That's Stewart, who's again he's just been targeted like crazy here in this ball game.
I think Stewart was trying to run east, but the ball was thrown west, and he has to try and go back for it. So
yeah, definitely not an easy play there for the receiver, as it'll now be 3rd and 9. So nice job here thus far in this possession by the Golden Eagles defense, and we'll see what the Skyhawks end up dialing up here on 3rd and 9. Again, Court Stewart really has been the big name to know so far on the receiver corps for the Skyhawks, but as you mentioned earlier, Gamble's been their leading receiver so far, but we haven't even called his name yet, other than that we've mentioned him.
Yeah, I don't think he's in the game right now either.
They're going to go to Stewart once again. It'll be right at the 50. Makes a couple of nice moves. He gets himself up to the 46-yard line, so a first down once again for the Skyhawks.
Yeah, pretty good throw that time by Nelson. It would have been short, except Court Stewart that time, he's got some moves like Jagger, and he gets away and really picks up a lot of extra yards there. And the Skyhawks, with their kicking game, they're not actually that too far out from field goal range.
Yeah, I mean, Millar kicked a 42-yarder here earlier in this ball game, so I mean, certainly has decent range. As Cloward will be in motion there, they're going to pitch this thing off to Kay, who finds a nice little seam there. It looks like there is a flag on the play, though.
I think we're going to have a hold.
It certainly feels that way.
I'd say if I was going to guess, it's going to be on Cloward, but I could be wrong. Salem Hills.
Yeah, tight end was in motion and planted himself right in the spot where it looks like the flag was thrown. So I
think he might be a wrestler because I saw a takedown.
Yeah, it definitely was. Yeah, a little forceful there. Absolutely.
The Skyhawks.
Nice call by Chris, and they'll back him up 10 yards.
Penalty. All will be spotted at about the 44-yard line. Brings up 1st and 20 for the
44-yard line.
Sun's starting to set a little bit here on the west.
It feels very nice.
We'd like to thank Gary Jones, Equity.
It is an absolutely beautiful summer evening here at Salem Hills High School. This is the perfect kind of night for football on Spanish Fork 17. Just absolutely sensational. Second, and my apologies, 1st and 20 as Nelson gets away, breaks a tackle, and then gets upended there as the ball comes loose.
Knutson caused
Maple
the fumble
Mountain
that
saying
time.
that they got it. We'll see what the call is here. It looks like they are maybe saying that. It looks like they're saying that Nelson was down before the fumble occurred. But they are having a discussion here.
That was really
it was very close.
I couldn't say either way.
Clarification.
And they are going to give it to the Golden Eagles. Oh, that is huge for Maple Mountain.
Knutson caused it. I didn't see who recovered it for the Eagles, but that breathes new light in this second quarter for the Golden Eagles.
Oh, my goodness. Absolutely huge momentum swing here as they go from a decent gain there on a just broken play there by Nelson to forcing the turnover, second turnover of the game here.
The officials.
Oh, my goodness.
You shouldn't take your phone out and show the official that the guy was down. He said he took a picture of it, and then the officials livid about it, throws his flag, so Maple Mountain's going to get 15 extra yards.
Yeah, absolute stink guy there from the one ref. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, and then so a couple more words there from Salem Hills coach, but that's a pretty easy 15-yard penalty.
Yeah, Coach Higginson's trying to say, hey, he's just trying to show you his family photos.
I've got photographic evidence that my grandkids are really cute. You know,
Dead ball foul, unsportsmanlike.
And that'll be unsportsmanlike conduct again on the Skyhawks with just trying to show off the photo album there, but it'll be an extra 15 yards there for the
15-yard penalty.
Golden Eagles as the ball will be spotted at the 39-yard line. So 1st down and 10 here for the Golden Eagles.
You can assume he was down, and so now that's...
And they are hearing it from the Skyhawks fan base. I think that's the ref trying to calm things down here a little bit. Tensions are high here.
I've never seen anybody take out their cell phone, though, and show
that's some pretty crazy stuff.
An official, hey, look at this.
Yeah. Like, I've heard of it as a joke before, but I've never seen that in person. But you see some real fun things here on Spanish Fork 17. So 1st and 10 here with 6:18 left in this first half. And somebody jumped. I don't know who it was, but somebody absolutely jumped. Looks like they are going to go with offsides here. So that'll be on the Skyhawks.
That is interesting because I saw the defensive end for Salem Hills jump, but I don't know what's going on anymore.
It's been a pretty sloppy ball game here. They are going to mark it as a false start. I saw
Now, he might have been drawn off that.
And I think he was. I think this is the right call. It was a false start, but it was interesting that one of the sideline refs came up and clearly was indicating offsides, but after some consulting, it is a false start. So 1st and 15 now for the Golden Eagles. They're going to go deep to Easton Merrill, and he corrals this one in here for a touchdown. They missed the first one. Throw that one a little bit deep, but this one an absolute beauty from Jackson for the touchdown here to Easton Merrill.
And there was one spot Banks Jackson could put that, and that's where he had to put it. And Easton Merrill got to the ball. That was a great pass by Banks Jackson. Great job by Easton Merrill, honing that one in and getting 6 points for the Golden Eagles in a series of unfortunate events here for the Skyhawks.
Yeah, no kidding. Really had the momentum here in this ball game, and then big turnover by the Golden Eagles, and then an unsportsmanlike conduct, and that's one's going to be kicked through, but it's going to be another flag here as there was plenty of movement along the line.
If you have your flag bingo board, you're probably getting close to blackout at this point.
We've got to be close.
We've had one about every call possible so far.
Yeah, that's going to be yet another false start. So back them up 5 yards. So a little bit of a longer extra point attempt here for the Golden Eagles. Again, 13-10 after the beautiful dime there by Banks Jackson to Easton Merrill. His third touchdown reception on the season and third touchdown, my apologies, thrown by Banks Jackson on the year. The extra point is good, so 14-10 lead now for the Golden Eagles over the Skyhawks. Again, big matchup here. The Golden Eagles hoping to move to 3-0 on the season. Again, a rough season last year, so this is just absolutely just sweet nectar to Golden Eagles fans, seeing a really competitive team and being able to see some good points on the board and seeing some great defense here tonight as well.
Yeah, Maple Mountain, they've been kind of a team that's either been up or down. Either you're competing for the region or you're at the bottom of the region standings. This year looks to be a little bit better so far in the preseason. Now they have a killer region.
They do.
You've got,
like, my goodness.
Timview's going to be a potential state champion. Orem's tough. Springville's tough. Cedar Valley's tough. And it's going to be a struggle for them to manufacture wins. So it's key if you can get some of these non-region victories to help out the RPI, and the other teams in the region won't complain either, because that just helps them out at the end of the day.
It absolutely does. I mean, was looking at Max Preps and was seeing that, like, Maple Mountain essentially was like the lowest ranked of all of the 2-0 teams simply because of who they've played so far. And so it's nice for them to be able to get the W's on the scoreboard, though. That is very important here, as Chris said, with region play is going to be an absolute monster. But you're going to see plays, if you see plays like that by Banks Jackson, where you're dropping an absolute dime to Easton Merrill for a touchdown, they see more of those, be able to get his arm talent going along with just his electric running ability. That's going to be dangerous for region play as the kickoff is underway. And that's an that's a great tackle. My goodness.
Thomas Ashby flies down the field and brings down, I believe, Roper that time.
Is that 21? Yeah, K with the return there.
For your Skyhawk star.
So great special teams play. They switched kickers that time. Cromenhoek, number 80, kicked for Maple Mountain that time. But we'll have to see how Salem Hills responds here after they had the fumble, controversial fumble on the Salem Hills side. And then that was followed up by that Banks Jackson to Easton Merrill pass.
So Skyhawks back on the field. The score 14-10. 6:04 left here in this first half. Nelson drives that one into his receiver, and it's going to be a nice short gain there. That is number 10. Gamble. There we go. There's his first reception of the day.
Ball be spotted at about the
quite a few different targets for Salem Hills. They'll definitely go 4 wide on most plays. Sometimes they like to line up in that pistol with only 3 guys wide.
Yeah, again, Roper K has gotten a few out of the backfield. You've got Ethan Houghton also with a couple of receptions as well thus far in the season. So they do spread the ball around. So it's been interesting to see them really just hammering on Court Stewart, who they actually go to immediately as I say that. He does corral that one in. That will be a Skyhawks first down.
Infano with the coverage for Maple Mountain. Really good coverage, but it's really tough to defend a pass that's a bullet like that Nelson threw.
Yeah, excellently placed there by Jedi Nelson. A nice cut there by Court Stewart to get themselves a nice gain. So 1st and 10 now at the 35-yard line with just a bit over 5 minutes left here in this first half of the ball game. 4-point lead for the Golden Eagles. Hoping to stop the drive here. Maybe give themselves another possession here at the end of this first half. Hands it off to Roper K, who is roped down right at about the line of scrimmage. Nice job there by the defensive line.
Yeah, great job by Adams, Mateus Adams, with a pretty big tackle there, bring up 2nd and long.
Ball is spotted at about the 37-yard line.
So just a 2-yard gain there for Roper K.
And Maple Mountain definitely playing this season with a little bit more swagger.
They really are. It's been fun to watch.
Last year they started out the season 1-0 and then really just kind of felt like they were regressing as the season went along.
Yeah, that nice victory to start things off against Mountain View. And then, as you said, just the wheels seemed like they came off game after game. Nelson with lots of time. And it looks like they are going to rule that one.
Nearly picked.
It looked like it was picked.
I swear that one didn't hit the ground.
And I think that's the discussion. And there it is, the third turnover of this ball game for the Golden Eagles. Another interception. What a play there by the Golden Eagles. That is number 38 with the interception. Oh, my goodness.
The Tiger Hakes. But Maple Mountain last week in our game had 4 or 5 turnovers that they caused. They got 3 so far, so maybe next game I do for them, we should say cause turnovers is a triple T, heating, cooling, and plumbing key to the game.
Absolutely, because that's been the key for them here in this ball game. Is it looks like Salem Hills gets a little bit of momentum on offense, and then it just instantly gets snuffed out by a game-changing turnover. So I mean, their one touchdown in this game is a pick 6. They did get that drive down to got that field goal late in the first quarter, but
watch number 1. I bet they try and take a shot here.
Ball is snapped, and there's a flag before the play, because what else is new?
We went 2 or 3 plays without a flag, so we're due.
It kind of felt that way.
Now they let it go down to 0. That's on Maple Mountain.
That sure is. So all right, refs. We'll give you that one.
That's blackout. We didn't have to delay a game yet. That was what we needed.
Yes.
For the Eagles.
All right, so 1st and 15 at just about the 49-yard line. And Easton Merrill there coming at you at the bottom of your screen. Had the touchdown reception on the last drive. See if they try to get him open again. Trips formation on the other side. They're going to hand this one off. Excellent run. Oh, man, absolutely just caught them by surprise there. Nice job there.
That's Hoffines this time with the carry. He gets about 8 yards on there, and really they haven't featured too much Hoffines or Yishi, but always a threat.
2nd and 7 for the Eagles.
And Salem Hills has done a pretty good job of not allowing Banks Jackson to get those lanes.
No, he's found a few in this ballgame, but they have, for the most part, contained him pretty nicely. And but it's nice to see Hoffines be able to come in and get a nice gain there. So 2nd and 7, Jackson with it, all kinds of time. Steps into the pocket and will get himself a couple of, looks like maybe
it's what they call a tough yard.
Yeah, nice little tough yard there.
The pocket heads up the middle. Gets brought down by number 37.
Right at the 38
of the Skyhawk defense.
So you're in a spot here if you're Maple Mountain, if you want to keep it on the ground, knowing, hey, I can only get about 22 yards if I punt it into the end zone. This might be a spot where you roll the dice, but 252, maybe you want to punt and keep your defense in. We'll have to see what Kalen Hall's philosophy is.
Yeah, definitely an interesting call here. So we'll see what's dialed up here with this 3rd and 6 play. Jackson with it. He will roll to his left. And the pass will be just a bit high. Hits the hands of his receiver, but a little too hot there. So it'll be an incomplete pass, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
And that was close. That was close to, I think, a late hit on that.
For the Eagles.
Eagles will punt here. It looks like they're bringing on the punter, Leifson. Quarterback, receiver, punter.
Definitely the safe call here by Coach Hall, and they opt to be not as aggressive here and make the Skyhawks drive here, which has worked for them so far. Again, the defense really has shown up in this ball game. So they've already forced 3 turnovers and feel pretty confident. So they're going to bring out the punt unit. Leifson, a little rugby scramble there, goes right down the sideline. That's a beauty of a punt. My goodness. Leifson puts that thing right at the 5-yard line. My goodness.
Now that kind of puts Salem Hills in a bind. You don't want to go 3 and out on 3 incomplete passes, so they might be forced to run it here with 2:27 to go.
At the 5-yard line, where you're
they got a long ways to go and a short time to get there, to quote one of my favorite 80s movies.
Absolutely love that. Always love a good movie reference. All right, so like I said, the 5-yard line here, 2:27 left here in this first half. The Skyhawks deep in their own territory. We'll see what they opt to do here. Nelson back there in shotgun. Oh, and that's going to be a muffed snap there. He just kind of gets it out. Nice job there by Roper K that just kind of finds his way open and gets some good yardage out of an absolutely potentially disastrous play there for the Skyhawks.
The snap was low to Jedi that time, and he does what he can, because I believe it was Wolfgram was about ready to get a safety that time.
Hungry like the wolf.
But a great play by Jedi Nelson finding Roper. I thought that was looking like Maple Mountain was going to get some free beat points there.
Skyhawks spreading this thing out once again. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. A little bit more breathing room here. Nelson gets the snap. They're going to dump this thing off. Screen pass to Kay. He gets some nice blockers. He's going to break a tackle as well. He just keeps on rumbling. Roper Kay all the way to midfield, right at about the 50-yard line. That is an excellent screenplay there by the Skyhawks.
Yeah, great job by Kay getting all the way down to the 49. He's had back-to-back catches by my Nebo School District math. That's 44 yards of total offense.
And that's a number you can live with if you're the Skyhawks offense. So $1:30 left here in this first half. Skyhawks with some momentum here. Nelson scans the field, scrambles a little bit, throws one across his body. It's dangerous. It falls to the ground, incomplete. That was going to be yet another interception for the Golden Eagles.
That was Hardy.
Oh my goodness.
That was Hardy that was going to come away with his second INT.
Oh, that is a heartbreaker. That one's like a knife in the back if you come away with that interception.
And you do not lob it over the middle unless you know who you're absolutely throwing it to, and that's what the coaching staff, I think, is telling Nelson on the sideline.
Yeah, that's an absolutely dangerous throw. No business throwing that thing out there. So able to live for another down here. 2nd and 10, again at the 49-yard line. 1:18 left here in this first half.
Skyhawks are having a lot of fortunate bounces in this drive.
Pocket collapsing, nice catch there. Goes up the sideline, and he will be out at about the 37-yard line. So nice completion there. That's all red with the catch.
Probably about another 3 or 4 yards, and they're potentially within a field goal attempt. But if you're the Skyhawks, you don't want a field goal.
Absolutely not.
You want a touchdown. You want to take this lead and seesaw back ahead.
The 37-yard line, 1:11 left here in this first half. Another 1st and 10 here for the Skyhawks. Nelson over the middle, goes right to his tight end Cloward, who plows his way through a couple defenders right near that first down marker. Looks like he will be a little bit short, about a yard short.
Gets brought down by number 26, Wyatt Christensen of the Eagle Defense.
We got our first timeout used here of the half.
Oh, man, that's absolutely crazy. Yeah, there really just hasn't been stoppages in time here in this.
There has. There have been yellow hankies thrown all over.
I mean, there's been those,
but Andrew, but no.
I mean, there's those, but I mean, no timeouts, which has been, kind of weird for me.
Salem Hills started with about 2:23 to go from their 5-yard line and have fumbled, nearly thrown an interception. But the one thing that they've done is they've moved forward on this passing attack, hitting multiple receivers. But mostly the running backs and tight ends.
Yeah, it's not, other than, again, it's been the Court Stewart show in terms of their wide receivers, but really on this particular drive, it's been Roper K, and then you got that nice catch just barely by Allred, and then another catch there by Cloward. So, I mean, you talk about the skilled positions. Sometimes it's sometimes can be a little bit of the uglier positions, even with the running backs and the tight ends. They still can be a big factor in that passing game. So 2nd and 2 now for the Skyhawks. Ball at the, it says the 29-yard line. So Nelson with it. He's going to go deep here, trying to get that 6 points. It's going to be batted away. Nice play there by the secondary of the Golden Eagles. That broken up by number 7.
Yeah, that's great coverage that time by Grin. He was in the right spot. But really, as we see in that replay there, great composure by Nelson hanging in the pocket. He's got guys coming after him, but brings up 3rd and 2. If you're Salem Hills, you got 2 timeouts, 58 seconds to go. You might as well put it on the ground and just pick up this first down and maybe use a timeout and reset. reset the markers at least.
Yeah, definitely some options here with third and second. So definitely a nice thought there to go ahead and take your shot on second down. Now third down, try to just make sure you get it. Oh, nice play in the backfield. That is, I believe that's Kolomalu making the play there to force the incompletion.
And Nelson got hit right in the leg, and
he's limping a little bit.
He rolled into that shin, and hopefully he's okay, but
that'll bring up 4th and 2 for the Skyhawks.
It still hurts like crazy.
Oh yeah, definitely not fun when guys coming at your legs, and so hopefully Jedi Nelson is okay. But yeah, definitely see him a little bit gimpy here.
Nice shot there of the Skyhawks helmet, wearing their patriotic
beautiful
Skyhawks with the American flag color stripe in the middle of that helmet.
Yeah, and then just a nice kind of powder blue to go with the Navy jerseys. This is a nice look for Salem Hills. 4th and 2, Nelson gets it, bobbles the snap. Looks like there's a timeout here. Probably the right call here by the Salem Hills sideline, calling a timeout here to get themselves composed here on this 4th down play.
I didn't see any. Well, they'll take it because things were not looking good. They'll have to put a couple seconds on the clock here for Salem Hills. Higginson's trying to help sort this out down there. For Maple Mountain here, 4th down, if you can get a stop here, you're guaranteed. Well, I'd probably sit on the ball a little bit and go in with a guaranteed lead. Nothing is guaranteed. I've learned at the high school
level. Oh, sure,
level.
Yeah, absolutely. It can turn on a dime, even on a play that you don't expect it to be turned on.
And if memory serves me correct, I believe Maple Mountain gets the ball to start the half.
I do. Salem Hills received to start things off here in this ball game, so
Spanish Fork kind of did an onside kick to start the second half and got it last week.
Which is just crazy. 4th and 2, absolutely pounding in there. The ball is batted down. Excellent play by the Golden Eagles as they will turn it over on downs and get themselves 50 seconds here to do something here at the end of this first half. Great hands there.
Tiger Hakes, I just like saying his name.
I mean,
it's
such a great name.
There. This might be the all-best first-name team here.
I mean, honestly,
all the games we've done.
Jedi Nelson, Tiger Hakes.
There's a Cougar out there, Cougar Carter.
Oh my gosh, let's go!
You got a Roper. I mean,
Roper.
Spanish Fork. What's Spanish Fork without a Roper?
Rodeo. Absolutely, love that.
Anyways, we regress. We apologize. We got
a little bit of a distraction from the ball game, but 50 seconds left here in this first half. Jackson will hand this thing off. Nice safe play here, I think, for the Golden Eagles. I think they are more than content to take the 4-point lead here going into half number 2.
They'll go fast. That was the carry by Hoffines.
So Hoffines gets a nice gain. 2nd and 3. Hoffines gets it again, boulders his way through for the first down, gets a little bit extra too.
Now you can take a shot.
Gets stopped by the Skyhawk defense.
I believe the chains stop.
Chains do stop here as they need to move. Clock stops with the chains moving. So
keep it running.
41, ball on the 41-yard line. The center went to go try to snap this ball off. Looks like they're going to huddle up here. 10 seconds left. We'll see if they opt to go with the play here. Jackson gets it, so they will opt to go for one more play. Rolls out. Dumps this thing off. It will be incomplete, and that is going to be the end of the first half here, as long as there's not a penalty. I have to check at this point, but that's the incomplete pass. That will be the end of the first half. The score is 14-10 in favor of the Golden Eagles over the Skyhawks. So 4-point lead for Maple Mountain over Salem Hills. We will get you the second half, or halftime, I should say, when we come back on Spanish Fork 17.
Surprisingly great rates? Contact your local State Farm agent today.
Contact State Farm agent Lance Wilson today.
Hi, welcome to Two Jack's Pizza.
For the best pizza you'll ever taste and our world-famous cheese sticks, come to Two Jack's Pizza on Main Street in Spanish Fork or call us for a quick delivery. Are you hungry yet?
For your halftime entertainment, under the direction of head coach Brittany Pay, and assistant coach Debbie Lyman and Lauren Smith, your Salem Hills Skyhawk cheerleaders. They will be performing their USA halftime choreographed by Carly Lyman and McKenna Jenkins. Give it up for your Salem Hills Skyhawk cheerleaders. And now, under the direction of head coach Jamie Sparks, with assistant Katie Auger, Alexandra Sertonio, Maddie Swenson, and Oakley Dingy, please welcome your Salem Hills Skyhawk, Lachey! The Lacheys are excited to perform their hype dance tonight called Money, choreographed by Sydney Warner and Jamie Sparks.
Back again. Once he go black, he'll be back again. Tell him that it's crunch time. Yes, I caught Mad Chanel and Mad Javin. She did it again, imagine them. About to these back again. Diamond chains, so mad.
It's the end of the month and the weekend. Let's spend this track, everything on me, yeah. I'ma take myself, I'ma spend it on myself. I'ma drop it like it's pouring, I'ma pour it on myself. My money rules, money I choose. Leave my shoes, fucking on you. My money rules, money I choose.
Don't act like you forgot.
Your Salem Hill Skyhawk machine!
If you're looking for a workout, you know MVP Sports is the place to start, and that includes pickleball. MVP Sports has all you need to get active in this growing sport. Paddles, shoes, clothing, and the pickleballs. MVP Sports in Spanish Fork.
The best time to check your furnace is before it fails, and you can rely on Triple T to do the job right. Our technicians are trained every year so you can sleep better at night, knowing your furnace is safe to operate. Call Triple T at 798-7711 to schedule your tune-up today.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
Contact State Farm agent Lance Wilson today.
Hi, welcome to Two Jacks Pizza.
For the best pizza you'll ever taste and our world-famous cheese sticks, come to Two Jacks Pizza on Main Street in Spanish Fork or call us for a quick delivery. Are you hungry yet?
Hey folks, welcome back to Spanish Fork 17. It is halftime of this matchup between the Salem Hills Skyhawks and the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles. The score is 14-10, a 4-point lead here for the Golden Eagles over their familiar foe, the Skyhawks. Again, Andrew LaRose here on the call today with Chris Hurst, and it's been a very fun matchup, and really, to me, the story of this game has been turnovers.
It has, and Maple Mountain has a 4-point lead. I think they're also +2 in the turnover battle, but this game started off with Noah Butler having about a 50-yard INT for Salem Hills, and Hardy for Maple Mountain took one back about a couple possessions later, about the same distance, a little over 50 yards, I believe, on that one as well. So that got us to a 7-7 end of the first quarter. It's got a pretty good shot of the moon there.
Oh, it's a beautiful shot, and it is a beautiful night here at Salem Hills High School. It's been really fun, again, as you were saying, Chris. Like, it really started off with those 2 pick sixes, then a field goal there by Salem Hills to give themselves the lead 2-7, and then just a beautiful pass from Banks Jackson to Easton Merrill there in the second quarter. Oh, that thing was gorgeous. And
it was set up by a fumble, then a Salem Hills coach showing the official his phone, who he got a 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, which really set Maple Mountain up to be in striking distance on that beautiful throw that was thrown to Easton Merrill by Banks Jackson for, I think it was 39 yards. But either way, Maple Mountain's got a 4-point lead, and they got some work to do if they want to win this ball game. For Salem Hills, they've got to just hang on to that ball and not turn it over. They had an INT that almost as well.
And while we've got some time here, let's go back to our keys of the game presented by Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing to see where the Golden Eagles have done so far with these keys.
Yeah, so the first one, stopping the rushing attack, they've really made Salem Hills, for the most part, one-dimensional. And Salem Hills is having to throw the ball on each play. Banks Jackson had a big run to start this game out. Other than that, he's been in check, but he's been making some plays with his arms. But the Skyhawks have had great coverage in the secondary, so I think they're going to need a little bit more on the running game if they want to open up the passing game. And then both teams have done pretty well on special teams. There's been some good tackles, and Millar for Salem Hills had that 42-yard field goal, which is excellent, in my opinion, at the high school level.
I would definitely say so. And then along the same lines, we saw a very nice punt from Leifson for the Golden Eagles. Ended up pinning the Skyhawks at the 5-yard line on a beauty that just went right down the sideline. So I'd say that so so far, Golden Eagles doing their job there with the keys to the game. And also, while we're kind of sitting here in halftime, let's look over some of the scores happening across the valley. So the Dons are playing the Tigers here tonight, and that game is right at about halftime right now. I've got that as a score of 18-14 in favor of the Tigers.
It's a close game there. If Spanish Fork can pull that out, that's a big win, and that's a win up in the classification. If not, Spanish Fork drops to 0-3.
Yeah, that'd be an absolutely huge win for the Dons. So we'll be rooting for them for that particular ball game. 7-0 Crimson Cliffs over Springville right now. And then looking at that Timpview Provo game, it's actually 7-0 at halftime. So the Bulldogs right there in it with the Thunderbirds. That's a huge ball game.
Yeah, that's a big city rivalry. And then Payson, are they still up 14-7?
Yep, 14-7, yep, over Richfield.
Drop in classification, but Payson made the drive down to Richfield, close to, I guess, I-80 territory.
And then it's not listed there, but the Bruins are facing off with Cottonwood. So the Colts and the Bruins. That is also 8-6, so a 2-point. So it's just a lot of tight ball games here.
Our next game is Spanish Fork hosting the Bruins, and the Bruins down 8-6 against Cottonwood. The very Skyhawks that we're watching I watched highlights. I just thought the Skyhawks were a running team because they ran all over Cottonwood. So that'll be our next one. It's highlighted in red. September 8th. I think Spanish Fork's at UN and Maple Mountain's at Lehigh. So if you want to watch any of those games, make the drive. I think for the rest of the season, we'll be locked and loaded every week.
That'll be pretty awesome. So again, September 8th, 7 p.m., Dons Bruins here on Spanish Fork 17. That's going to be an absolutely just a fun ball game, as this one's been a great one too. We've got about 3 minutes left here in halftime, and so it's a nice little view here of the field. We're going to take a break here, and we will come back here for the third quarter of action here on Spanish Fork 17.
If you're looking for a workout, you know MVP Sports is the place to start, and that includes pickleball. MVP Sports has all you need to get active in this growing sport. Paddles, shoes, clothing, and the pickleballs. MVP Sports in Spanish Fork.
The best time to check your furnace is before it fails, and you can rely on Triple T to do the job right. Our technicians are trained every year so you can sleep better at night, knowing your furnace is safe to operate. Call Triple T at 798-7711 to schedule your tune-up today.
Hey folks, welcome back to Spanish Fork 17. Still sitting in halftime of this matchup between the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles and the Salem Hills Skyhawks, about 3 minutes away from starting off this second half here. Again, the score is 14-10, 4-point lead here for the Golden Eagles.
Or 17-14.
Sometimes graphics are not quite accurate, and that's totally okay, So 14-10, 4-point lead here for the Golden Eagles, and they are set to receive here to start off this second half, and so hoping to build off the momentum that they built in the second quarter. Really just huge turnovers, great touchdown pass to Easton Merrill in that second quarter. So really, it just feels like the momentum is with the Golden Eagles right now. And so if they can come out here just firing here in this second half and make this a two-possession game, that really just kind of feels like it really puts the Golden Eagles in the driver's seat here for moving themselves on to 3-0 in this season.
That would be a big confidence boost for a team that I believe went 1-9 last year. So trying to go 3-0, trying to make the playoffs, get a better RPI for your region, and if you can get some confidence and get this team playing, we'll see what they can do in that tough, I believe it's tough Region 7.
Oh yeah,
they're in.
Region 7 is an absolute animal. I mean, Timpview, Orem, Cedar Valley, Provo. There's just so many that it's just like, oh man.
I think Provo's down one.
Provo is down. You're right. I'm just so used to them being, Region 9 with these teams, and so it's. But again, it's just an absolutely stacked region, and so you can come away with 3-0 here, and your non-region stuff that is going to be just big here for Maple Mountain.
Let's get your rating on the new uniforms. First time we've seen the new away uniforms for Maple Mountain. What's your grade on them, Andrew?
You know, I don't mind them. I generally am a fan of black. These particular ones, I'm not necessarily feeling like it's kind of like a matte feel to them, but I don't know. I like the combination of the white with their normal,
I'll tell you what, I think they're easier to read.
They are easier to read. I will agree with that. Yeah, that is definitely true. But
they got gray home uniforms this season as well, so it feels like a new team, new record, new start here for Kalen Hall.
Nice and fresh, and I completely understand that and get that. But if we're going the head-to-head with the uniforms between them and Salem Hills comes away with the W in that sense for tonight with those helmets that you highlighted. They are absolutely gorgeous.
Very patriotic, very on brand to the school. I'm not a marketing guy, but I think they look cool.
They look amazing. I'm a big fan of the powder blue with the navy look, and then just the nice stripe there on the helmets, and then the logo with the America with the Skyhawk. I mean, they knocked it out of the park with this one. So
hashtag America.
Hashtag America jerseys. They're killing it. But again, they can win the uniform. But as long as the Golden Eagles come away with the W tonight on the football field, I don't care what uniform they wear. Again, it's just getting a big win against an old region foe always feels great for any team. And again, I love the idea of the Golden Eagles starting off this kind of new era, as you will, with these new jerseys and everything, and being able to maybe come away with this one 3-0. So that'd be really, really great for this Golden Eagle program.
It's just good to see both these programs up and running. They've had their highs and their lows, and these two high schools started just a couple years apart, so they've kind of grown up together, if you will.
Yeah. And we are underway here in the second half of this one. It's going to be right at about right in the middle of the end zone. It's going to bump away, and that's going to be a touchback to start things off here. So it'll be the Golden Eagles starting things off here at the 20-yard line.
So Maple Mountain gets the chance to start on their own 20. We'll see what Banks Jackson can manufacture on this drive, but I imagine he's going to be the key. We've seen a little bit of a surgence, though, from Nick Hoffines, number 27. Watch out for him running the ball as well. And the one thing you want to avoid, we saw Salem Hills, probably the reason Salem Hills is down 14-10 is the 3 turnovers that they've had. They've kind of shot themselves in the foot and then also had a pick 6. Really, it's been a defensive battle for the most part, and I think it could be just who makes that last big play, either on offense or defense. It could be the difference.
First play of the second half, it is going to be a handoff to Hoffines, who has a nice little run there, but then gets just absolutely upended there by number 34.
Jackson hands off to number 27.
Yeah, number 34, I believe that's Fusel Moon with the tackle there.
Number 37, Tate Allred.
The tough thing is we're up on top of the box here. I might have to get my flashlight out or my night vision working a little better, because I'm struggling to see the rosters. It's gotten a little bit dark up here.
It really has. Where's that moon? Could have come in a little bit closer to kind of shine a light on some things here. 2nd and 6. A little bit of movement there in the secondary that they ended up not noticing. That's all good, but a nice run there once again. This one's snuffed out nicely, though, by the Skyhawks defense. But I like them going nice and early here to Hoffines early in this second half. Try to establish that run game.
And now they'll be forced here to probably throw the ball. I imagine you'll want to roll Jackson out, give him
option play,
give him the option to keep it or to put it through the air. And if you're Salem Hills, it would be huge if you could get a 3 and out to start this half out.
For the Eagles.
Big play here with minute 15 into this second half. Jackson will go play action. Is going to be batted down and then almost intercepted there by the linebacker core. But wow, nice hands there at the line of scrimmage.
I think that was Cloward that tipped at that time. So brings up 4th down.
Cloward, a guy that plays both ways, plays tight end on the offensive side for Salem Hills, and now showing off those hands, this time not in terms of catching, but gets those big mitts up there and knocks it down at the line.
So I think both these teams kind of play slow. They do have quite a few guys that play on both sides of the ball.
Leaps into punt. This
blocked.
thing is blocked into the end zone. It is going to go out of bounds before it is recovered.
I believe that's a touchback.
I'm going to wait for the call here because I do believe that is considered a touchback. This is a kind of a bad beat break here in some sense for Salem Hills, but obviously
they're giving them the safety
here. They are giving them the safety as yet. The score is now 12-14, so huge blocked punt there. And it ends up being 2 points for them.
Out of the end zone, like that.
I think they might have got a little anxious on the call.
Yeah,
there.
we're waiting for some resolution here because that is, from what I know of, that is not the right call here, but there's going to be some discussion as to. Looks like the teams looks like they are kind of setting up here. So it looks like that is going to be the call here. They are rushing over.
I wonder if the official wanted some clarification.
The official might have wanted some clarification because that is a weird play, folks. And so
the ball went out of bounds. But they got blocked, so maybe it is a safety.
It's a bad beat, unfortunately, in some ways for Salem Hills because, well, if they recover that before it gets out of bounds, it's a touchdown. So, however, it is a safety, and so there will be a safety punt. There will be a safety kick here for the Golden Eagles, and so they should be able to get decent field position here. And so
we've got all the methods of scoring. We've got
my goodness, yeah, the bingo card is absolutely nutso right now. I've been told by my producer that a safety kick is much like a safety dance, and so everybody has the chance, so you best be doing it.
Safety dance? Do the safety dance. All right.
It is safe. So here comes that safety kick. It'll be recovered right at about the 30-yard line. That is Roper Cade. He's going to make his way past midfield, breaks a couple more tackles, makes his way all the way to the 40-yard line. As that's going to be excellent field position here for the Skyhawks after that big safety.
So not only if you're Salem Hills do you get the safety, now you get Roper K just rodeoing his way through the Golden Eagles special teams there. And so special teams, we mentioned, was one of our keys. So far, Salem Hills is taking advantage of it here in the second half.
Again, a beautiful field goal in the first half by Millar, and now a good kickoff return there by Kay. Nelson dumps this off to Kay, who gets some nice yardage, almost turns the corner there. Does get first down yardage. He'll be down right at about the 31-yard line.
Kay is all fired up.
29-yard line, my apologies. But yeah, he's getting crazy out there. Huge gain on the kick return, and now goes for 11 yards there for another first down here for Salem Hills.
And he's definitely dancing as we're going with the dancing theme from our announcing here in the second half.
Just under 10 minutes left here in this third quarter, and we've seen a lot of action here to start things off. A safety after a blocked punt by Salem Hills, and now excellent field position, 1st and 10 on the 29-yard line. Cloward in motion. They are going to pitch this over to Kay, who finds a little bit of a seam and spins through some tackles, breaks some more, and dives his way to the 20-yard line. It has been a clinic here for these first couple runs by Roper Kay.
Yeah, he got hit initially in the background by Knutson, but just is able to spin out of that. And that gets him a couple more yards.
And breaks through a couple more arm tackles. Man, absolute just beautiful downhill running by Roper Kay. Gets the Skyhawks to the 20-yard line. 2nd and 1 now for Salem Hills. Right on the edge of the red zone.
This is a spot where they could take a lead with the field goal. We saw Millar hit one from 42 earlier.
Nelson back to Kay. This one snuffed out nicely, though, by the Golden Eagles defensive line. Knutson in on that one as well.
Yeah, Mateus Adams also is a beast down there. He's a big guy.
He's a big boy. Absolutely big boy, yeah. Does a good job of clogging up the lane there as their nose tackle, and does his job there. Stops the nice little run there by Roper Kay. 3rd and 2 now
Maple Mountain's following the HIPAA laws. They are not disclosing weights. No, I don't know if that's HIPAA law or not.
3rd and 2. Nelson will roll to his right. Throws it deep to the end zone. It is going to be incomplete. That is an excellent play in coverage. Oh, my gosh. Number 12. Safety able to go toe-for-toe. Fano right there ends up knocking that ball away from, I believe that was that Stewart again?
That was Stewart. I mean,
Stewart had hands on it, but nice job there by Fano to get his hand in there and rip it out.
Yeah, Fano did the right thing there. He just raked for the hands and just tried to separate the ball from Court Stewart's hands. Hashtag mission accomplished.
So another field goal attempt here for the Skyhawks. This one could put them in the lead 15-14. Millar's kick is up, and it is through the uprights. So Salem Hills will retake the lead here, 15-14, 1-point lead over the Golden Eagles. 8:33 left here in this third quarter. As that was an impressive drive for the Skyhawks, really on the legs of Roper K to get them into good position. Nice job, though, by Fano to stop a potential touchdown pass, but Millar cashes in. So 1-point lead for the Skyhawks over the Golden Eagles. Gives us an opportunity to thank our sponsors here at Spanish Fork 17. That's Lance Wilson State Farm, Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, Two Jacks Pizza, and MVP Sports. Thank you so much to our sponsors for making this broadcast possible. We want to thank everyone for tuning in tonight as well, especially those that are on the YouTube page, youtube.com/SpanishFork17. Make sure to click that subscribe button to get all of our amazing Spanish Fork 17 content, including all of the Maple Mountain and Spanish Fork high school games that we cover. So make sure to get on that, youtube.com/SpanishFork17, as the kickoff goes out the end zone, and it will be a touchback. So the Golden Eagles will get this ball at the 20-yard line.
Maple Mountain had that blocked punt, and that really has changed the trajectory of the game. So if you're Coach Kalen Hall, you got to settle your team down and say, hey, we need a drive to get this lead back and the momentum. Old Mo's on Salem Hills side.
They absolutely need the momentum back here, so you think that the offense will hopefully find a nice rhythm here, be able to maybe use Jackson's legs here to get the offense fired up, and they will hand it off to Hoffines, who gets a couple tough yards here on first down.
And they've really featured Hoffines in this half. They're going to have to get a few more yards than that, though, on first down if they want to keep running that ball.
2nd and 7 for the Eagles.
So a nice 3-yard gain there for Hoffines. 2nd and 7. Imagine that this is probably an opportunity for them to do empty out the backfield a little bit. So Hoffines to Jackson's right. 4 receivers in on the set. Do put one in motion, kind of trips formation there to the right. Ball is batted down. Once again at the line of scrimmage. That's a nice play.
It's knocked down.
That's number 88, Cloward.
Yeah, Cloward once again.
I don't know if they keep track of that as an official high school stat. If not, Cloward's making if they are, Cloward's making a push.
Absolutely.
To be one of the deflection leaders.
Regular J.J. Watt there getting his hands up and getting those pass deflections. So 3rd and 7 now for the Golden Eagles after the incomplete pass is batted down by Cloward. 1-point lead for the Skyhawks now after the safety and the field goal. 5 points here early in this half for the Skyhawks. Jackson goes sideline.
Couldn't haul it in. Easton Merrill.
Yeah, it was right there.
Jackson's pass intended for number 1. Easton Merrill falls incomplete.
So Skyhawks were down by 4 at the half. They have a 1-point lead with a very interesting couple of events, especially on special teams for Salem Hills with that safety off the blocked punt. But we'll bring up a punting situation, and I believe Roper K's back there. No, I'm sorry, it's Stewart, I believe.
Layson with the punt. This one is going to be not blocked, but it will be a little bit of a duck. It kind of lands its way right around midfield. They mark it at the
goes out of bounds just around the midfield line.
Let's see where they mark it. Looks like they are going to mark it right at the 50.
Ball be spotted at the 50-yard line where your Skyhawks
Jedi Nelson.
Martian Tan.
takes the reins once again, but this time with a 1-point lead. Salem Hills can add to that here and make it a difficult 8-point lead with a touchdown here, and they're right on the 50. Second time they've started on the 50, I believe.
Yeah, their last drive really featured Roper K, and first play here is going to be in the air, and looks like maybe a bit of a miscommunication there.
This is pass intended for number 5.
Yeah, I thought number 12, Fano, that time had pulled some, but I think he was just being a little dramatic about the incomplete pass.
Yeah, but
he just fell downward. I'm like, non-contact injuries can be bad on the legs.
They're the worst. That's... Yeah.
Depending on the contact, but yeah,
sure.
They can be bad.
Yes.
We'd like to thank Fox Real Estate.
So 2nd and 10 right at midfield here for Salem Hills. 7:35 left here in the third quarter. 1-point lead for the Skyhawks over the Golden Eagles. Nelson gets the snap. He is going to go with the out route there. A nice catch by Court Stewart. I believe his 5th catch of the day, and he's actually looks like he's shaken up a little bit.
Number 12.
And Stewart kind of got twisted around when Fano went low, and I think it might have been 34 Hakes that finished off that play, and it's not something you want to see when one of the top receivers is down for Salem Hills here.
An official timeout called here as they're going to check in on Court Stewart to make sure that he is okay, as we see the Salem Hills huddle. The Skyhawks huddle up here. Definitely hope that Stewart is okay here as he's getting checked on by the medical staff.
Well, it's going to bring up a pretty big 3rd down, and for Salem Hills, the way this thing's been going, though, you might be in 4-down territory. I've noticed that high school coaches throw caution out to the wind sometimes when it comes down to these 4th downs. So we'll have to see how Higginson treats this. And it's good to see Colt Stewart jumping around. He probably just got hit a little funny, didn't feel right, but I think he's going to be okay.
Yeah, as he makes his way over by his teammates, looks like he is okay. Kind of, as Chris was saying, kind of jumped around a little bit. I think they're kind of checking for potential concussion protocol there, and looks like he is fine. Still kind of talking with the medical staff. So 3rd and 3 here. Nelson gets the snap. Blitz is on, and they get the sack. Oh, nice job there by Knutson to force it.
Knutson really forces him in, gets a hand on him, but Breenhurst finishes him off from his defensive end spot. That'll bring up 4th and punting situation, and we're already halfway through this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, this is absolutely cruising. Don't want to, jinx it or anything here, but not a lot of penalties either, and so we're just cruising right along here in this 3rd quarter. Punt unit out here for the Skyhawks.
Seen a blocked punt in this half, so see if that could be a
little bit of a running rugby style punt there. It'll drop, and that's going to take a nice Skyhawks bounce. Will be downed right at the 14-yard line.
Clower,
9-yard line. Yes.
Clower down that. That guy's like a Swiss Army knife.
Clower doing everything.
Can do everything. Like one of those really good Swiss Army knives.
Yeah,
too.
Yeah, the good ones. Nice and sharp with lots of tools. Yes, not just your
not
normal
the red
whatever.
one I got in Boy Scouts.
Yeah, absolutely not. I think I might have accidentally broadcast or jinxed this thing as there is a flag on the play.
That's okay. We'd went 7 or 8 consecutive plays.
We did. It was a long time. I absolutely loved it. And from all indicators, it looks like it was called on the... From what I saw, it looked like it was going to be called on the Golden Eagles. We'll wait for the official call here.
They're probably talking about, are we going to repunt it, or are we going to... I don't know.
Which in this case, you've got them down at the 9-yard line.
Can you add it on to the punt? I don't know what the call is.
On what the call is.
Do you decline it? Who knows?
Holding.
Holding on somebody.
It will be a holding, and they are pointing in the Golden Eagles direction.
The Eagles.
So that will back them back half distance to the goal. So they'll be right at about the 5-yard line here to start things off here on this drive.
It's quite the distance to drive for Maple Mountain here, but if they're able to get it, It could be one of those long drives that maybe even takes us out of out to the fourth quarter. This game got a little bit of a late start thanks to the patriotic festivities honoring our veterans, but it's definitely been flying ever since.
Yeah, the pace has absolutely picked up here in this third quarter. So at the 5-yard line, 1st and 10, Jackson goes right down the middle. Excellent pass to start things off here on this drive. It will be down at the 33-yard line. Oh, man, beautiful pass, beautiful read there to Leifson.
And he got rid of it quick. Leifson, the punter there, has been having a little bit of a rough half. It looked like on his last punt he wasn't punting with as much confidence. Hopefully that gives him some back.
Shout out to our chain gang across the way for keeping that.
I want to talk about another guy that's a bit of a Swiss Army knife, Leifson. A guy that's been punting, he's received, he's got a couple rushing yards too, kind of really involved. Hoffines with it, gets some nice blocks, goes to the edge and gets himself out of bounds right at about the 45. That's a beautiful gain.
Want to update one score for you. Maybe I'll hurry and update them all. Spanish Fork's got a 20-18 lead on Orem at the moment. Springville's down by 21-0 at Crimson Cliffs. Timpview's up 14-0 on Provo, and Richfield is beating Payson 28-14 in what would be a little bit of a shocker there as well. So
man,
we'll
a lot of those games were close, and then it's it looks like things are starting to pull away a little bit. Jackson will go with the quarterback keeper. He'll make his way out of bounds for a couple yards.
That would be, as our former president said, huge win for Spanish Fork if they're able to beat Orem.
Absolutely. I mean, the Tigers are, again, just a powerhouse team over the last couple years, and, again, playing up, up to 5A, too. So it's
Yeah, Maple Mountain's in a region with teams that have made a lot of trips to the semifinals.
2nd and 8 here with the ball on the 47-yard line. Jackson Piers goes deep. He's got Easton Merrill again. Oh, just a bit long on the throw. That's potentially another house call if he hits Merrill in stride.
Yeah, that's one. If you just lead them, maybe put a little bit air on it and just lead them that way instead of more of a bullet. It's a touchdown, but it's tough for us to say because it's pretty easy to say that up here in the booth.
Exactly. Really easy to, armchair quarterback it from up here. But it was definitely the right read there by Jackson, but just puts a little bit too much on it, gets out of the reach of Easton Merrill. So it'll be 3rd and 8 here on the 47. And 4 wide receiver set here for the Golden Eagles. Jackson with it, dances around in the pocket. He's going to go outside, tries to get whatever yards he can, ends up going out at about midfield, so ends up getting about 3 yards there, so it'll be 4th and 5.
By number 37, Tate Allred of the Skyhawk defense.
Go about 45 yards on this drive for Maple Mountain, so they're able to flip the field if nothing else. But, if you're Jackson, I don't know if he ran out of bounds, but did he have an opportunity to cut up, maybe break a tackle and get that first down? I don't know. Maybe it's a little too early to be taking those hits.
Just a really long run there for a couple yards, and brings out the punting unit. Leifson for another one. This one, a nice one, heading kind of towards the corner again. It'll be, looks like it's going to
probably go about
the 15, 20-yard line, I think. Spots it at the 20. Oh, my goodness. Up all the way to the 25. Wow. Okay.
He's getting his steps in.
He's
trying to get his 10,000 steps in for the day.
I thought it was a little bit deeper than that, all the way to 34. My goodness.
Okay, apparently it went straight out of bounds.
Yeah. Again, our angle on that wasn't particularly great, but the length of it was pretty nice. But yes, it looks like Leifson unfortunately didn't get a great connection on that one. So the Skyhawks will start this thing off at the 34-yard line with a 1-point lead here, 15-14 here in the third quarter with 5:07 left.
Hopefully Leifson does. I guess we could call that a slice. Slices that ball out of bounds.
A little golf term. Another 4 wide receiver set here for the Skyhawks. K in the backfield. Pocket absolutely collapses on Nelson, but there are flags on the play. Absolutely, yeah. As we'll see here on the replay here, the pocket just collapses here on Nelson, but looks like some hands are in on the right there.
Rockwood that time.
Rockwood right at his helmet. Yep.
And Jedi Nelson was forced down, but it looks like that's going to probably be a first down after probably a 15-yard face mask. Good idea by Rockwood, but just unfortunately can't tackle that high.
The Eagles.
Yes, it's unfortunate that such a beautiful play there for the Golden Eagles ends up being a 15-yard play there for the Skyhawks. Everything went right until right at the very end, bringing him down with the face mask there. So the ball will be spotted now at the 49-yard line here for the Skyhawks. 5 minutes left here in this third quarter. 1 point lead for Salem Hills over the Golden Eagles here on Spanish Fork 17.
Salem Hills 1 yard from being at midfield again.
Oh, once again, raking havoc there in the background, but nice screenplay set up here for Roper K. Gets his way down.
A penalty.
To 36, and yet another penalty.
Might be a hold. I don't think anybody was too far downfield. I see 2 flags, and the officials are pointing the other way. But Jedi Nelson
a hold there.
Took a vicious hit at the end of that, right in the legs. He's gotten hit in the legs multiple times, and he's gotten his head about ripped off the play before. He's going to be sore tomorrow.
Absolutely. I came up gimpy kind of right near the end of the first half on a tackle. And that is, in fact, going to be a holding there for the Skyhawks. So what was a nice screenplay there for Roper K will be brought back, and it's going to be 1st and 20 for the Skyhawks now.
10-yard penalty. Ball is spotted at about the 46-yard line.
I'm moving back to the 46-yard line.
The old effective 2-yard penalty there. First and let's say first 13.
So I ended up getting 7 yards out of it, but negated there by the penalty. So 1st and 13 at the 46-yard line. 4:25 left here in this third quarter. Nelson back in the pistol formation. They'll go over the middle. The catch is made. Nice job there to keep that one as Knutson was right on his back.
I think that was
number
45 that time. Millard, the kicker, tight end, defensive end.
Yeah, another Swiss Army knife.
Yes. You come to Salem for the Swiss Army knives.
Yes.
2nd and 10 for the Skyhawks.
2nd and 10 here for Salem. We've had 5 points in this half, all by Salem here, a safety and a field goal.
5 unanswered points so far in this half for Salem Hills. Pistol formation again, Nelson with it. They are going to dump this over to Kay, who's got all sorts of green over there on the sideline. If he got another block, he could potentially turn that thing up. Instead, he will be down at, looks like, about the 20-yard line. Yeah, another well-designed play here for the Skyhawks and getting it into the hands of their best playmaker so far in this game, Roper K.
Yeah, Knutson just got beat. That time he was probably in coverage, and instead of pushing him out of bounds, he needs to wrap up and make a tackle there. But Kalamula with the touchdown saving tackle on the back end there.
And we're going to call that the Western Heating and Air
big chunk plays here in this second half for Roper K, who the Golden Eagles kept fairly quiet in the first half, but really making his presence known here in this third quarter.
For sure.
Another pistol formation opportunity here, and that's definitely going to be, whistled down.
Whistles blown, timeout called, Skyhawks.
Good use of a timeout there. That play was going nowhere, so I believe that is the first, they don't have it on the scoreboard, but I believe that is the first timeout by either team in the half. If I'm wrong.
I believe that is correct. So, first time out here of the first half. So, there'll be an opportunity here for the Skyhawks to grab a drink and resettle things.
Should we take a look at our sponsors for this game?
I think that'd be a great opportunity to look at the sponsors. Chris, why don't you read them for us?
Yeah, we got 2 Jack's Pizza, MVP Sports, Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, and Lance Wilson State Farm. We'd like to thank these sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Also, you can check out out all of our broadcasts on the Spanish Fork 17 YouTube channel or on the URL on your screen. If you're away from home, you can watch it there. And then September 8th, the Bruins are coming to challenge the Dons at Don Stadium. So that'll be our next broadcast.
Very excited for that one as we're back underway here. Nelson under pressure, gets through it. There's a flag on the play. The catch is going to be made, and it will be a touchdown for the Skyhawks if this play ends up standing. We're going to have to see what the penalty is, but that's going to be a catch by Christian Millar for 6 points, and that's going to extend the lead here for the Skyhawks. It would be 21-14, but again,
I think it's coming back, and they already shot off the artillery.
They were ready for this, but it does look like it is going to come back as the smoke. They see that creeping in on the screen, but might be a premature celebration here, depending on what this flag is. Looks like they have already moved the offense, and so I think this is coming back. We'll see what the decision is. Again, nice view here of the smoke after that huge cannon shot. Every time that thing fires, my heart skips a beat because it's just so stinking loud.
It's fun though, huh?
It is a lot of fun. And again, we're also like up here above the booth, and so every time like the Skyhawks fan base gets crazy, literally feel us like shaking up here. They go with, it is going to be looks like it was a penalty on the Golden Eagles. It is waved off, and the touchdown will be awarded there to the Skyhawks. So 21-14 touchdown pass to Christian Millar, and he will then come back out for that extra point.
Penalty was declined.
The penalty was in fact declined, as we just heard.
I believe that's the second touchdown pass on the night for. Actually, no, it's not.
Oh, and it's going to be ends up being a potential for a 2-point play here, as the snap was bobbled by the holder. Tries to get it, but ends up falling just a bit short. So that will not work for the Skyhawks. So it's going to end up being a 21-14 ball game, which looks like, it's been a touchdown game, but that has not been the case, as the Skyhawks have a field goal, they have a safety, and they now have just a normal touchdown here without the extra point. So that Nebo district math, it's
that 11 points in the second half, or in this quarter, big quarter for Salem Hills, as they've more than doubled their output. But for Maple Mountain, they've got to get this offense going again.
A decent drive on their last drive, but ended up getting stopped short right at about midfield, just kind of in a place where they really couldn't do much.
Now they've got it at the 50.
Yeah, the penalty ending up being assessed on the kickoff here. So
penalty being assessed on the kickoff.
So that'll bring Millar right at midfield. So this is almost field goal distance for him.
Number 30.
Expect this thing to essentially be kicked out the back of the end zone. This one's through the uprights.
That was a pretty good kick right there.
That's a kick there from Millar.
That's a 60-yard field goal.
Yeah. That was gorgeous, but it'll be a touchback here for the Golden Eagles. They will move up to the 20-yard line, hoping to get this offense rolling here. Nice view of the field here at Salem Hills. Absolutely gorgeous summer night here. The sun has gone down and the moon has come up, and it is absolutely just beautiful weather out here. Been a fun atmosphere here. Again, they're celebrating their veterans here. Very big American theme, as this one is handed off to Yishi, who gets a nice gain here of about 4 on first down.
And Maple Mountain continuing to run.
Apologies, that's Hardy.
Run on first down. Yeah, that's number 30, Hardy, in there. We haven't seen Yishi.
Since the first half.
Officials timeout on the field.
We got an injury on the Salem Hills side. I can't see who that is.
Again, Court Stewart, the one that was dinged up on the previous play. It looks like that was number 23 that they were briefly looking at for a second there. It looks like good opportunity to get waters to everyone while they've got an official's timeout.
Let's see if there's any new scores here.
And lots of fun Utah Valley football action happening here on a Friday night. Some really big key matchups here. The big one for me is that Timpview Provo game. Wonder what the score is looking on that one right now.
Looks like it's 21-6 for Timpview there.
Timpview, the Thunderbirds starting to pull away a little bit.
Crimson Cliffs is up by 4 touchdowns against Springville at home, and then
that was close. And then
Spanish Fort 20 down by 5, 25-20 is the lead for Orem over Spanish Fort.
Okay, nice close ball game there between the Dons and the Tigers. 2nd and 6 here for the Golden Eagles. Man in motion. Jackson will scramble. He's got all sorts of green there. He's going to make his way over to the sideline, get the first down, and a little bit extra. He will go out at about the 33-yard line. Nice first down there for the Golden Eagles.
And reset the chains there. Nothing has gone Maple Mountain's way here in this half. It seems like the ball is bouncing Salem Hill's way. So sometimes you got to make your own luck. So for Maple Mountain, I think if they can get some points on this drive, that would really help their confidence out and make this a really great game going into the 4th quarter. Maybe an instant classic. I don't know if we use that term there.
We don't use it a ton, but this one certainly could become that. Jackson gets the snap here on 1st and 10. He's going to go deep, and is going to be batted down. Nice play there in the secondary. Looks like it kind of put a little bit of extra mustard on that pass.
Yeah, getting way up there was Haskell, I believe.
2nd and 10 for the Eagles.
That's a dangerous pass.
It was.
That's why you see the coaches call all these short pass plays, or if you're going to throw it long, it's going to be on the edge. Hardly ever you see the post.
Don't see a ton in the middle. Yeah. A little bit more advanced for high school reads. But, so incomplete pass leads us to 2nd and 10. As there was some movement there on the Golden Eagles line, so we're going to back this thing up.
Merrill,
15 yards.
Illegal procedure goes against the Eagles.
And this has been an ugly game as far as penalties. The first 2 was like, wow, they've cleaned up high school football. We're back.
It's back, folks. No, they do make plenty of miscues, and we've seen our fair amount here in this particular ball game. The 3rd quarter was fairly clean for the most part here at the first half of this 3rd quarter. But, yeah, the penalties have now started to rack up here late in the 3rd quarter. So 2nd and 15 now for the Golden Eagles. Trips formation, trips bunch over there, over to the right. They are going to go deep for Easton Merrill. That's going to be a nice play in the secondary. Batted down, looks like number 9 for the Skyhawks.
Yeah, that's Haskell again. So 3rd and 15, you've just almost gotten picked off. But to credit Salem Hill's secondary, they're playing quite the ball game. They're covering up those zones pretty well, and when they go man-to-man, they've had pretty tight coverage. So I think the right idea, but you got to watch for that safety coming over the top.
Yeah, excellent read of the quarterback there by Haskell to force the incompletion. Almost had himself an interception there. So 3rd and 15 now for the Golden Eagles. They will motion for another man in the backfield, try to set up the screen, and ends up going a little bit over the head there of Stonebreaker. Yeah.
Ball's incomplete. That'll bring up
a little tight end screen play there on 3rd and 15, but sails over the head of Stonebreaker, incomplete. So now 4th and 15 as the punt unit will come out once again here for the Golden Eagles.
Salem Hills can get a 2-possession lead, and the number of plays that we get per possession, that's really shortening this ball game. Maple Mountain's not going to have too many chances to win this, so it's critical that the defense gets a stop here. I know we still have plenty of time, but
yeah, just $1:56 left here in this 3rd quarter. Yet another short punt there by Leifson. It'll be down to right about the 49-yard line, it looks like.
That's number 0 again, Holmes, the freshman, identifying it and coming. And once again, Salem Hills starting right at the 50.
They've been winning the battle of field position, that's for sure. Definitely been gifted lots of good field position. They've definitely won the special teams battle so far in this particular ball game, as Leifson has struggled with his punts, other than he had one beauty kind of near the end of the first half, pinned them down at the 5-yard line, but otherwise really it's been advantage Skyhawks in terms of their special teams play. As K will go in motion, they will get it out to him out in space, and nice job there by the Golden Eagles to swarm him, so only able to gain a couple on the play.
Number 21.
So we saw Roper kind of get that little route out to the edge there on that. I guess we'll call it a wheel route or a bubble screen. Pick up about 30 or 40 to set up that touchdown pass on the last drive. So we've seen some improvement there by Maple Mountain as they're able to shut it down. But they ran that same exact play on the last possession, and it resulted in and a huge chunk play of yards.
Well, 2nd and 8 after the 2-yard gain on the swing pass there to Roper K. Nelson will get it. He will go right at his receiver. Nice little quick slant there. That's number 2, Ethan Houghton, who's been silent here in this ballgame. That's his first reception of the day. Nice little gain there, but it will bring up 3rd down. So 3rd and 5 now for Salem Hills.
And brought down by Tiger Hakes that time on the backside from Maple Mountain. So big 3rd down here for Salem Hills. And they've been throwing it really well, especially in that short to intermediate area. So I imagine we'll see Jedi use the force and try and get a 1st down through the air. I'm sorry. Couldn't help myself.
This is not the joke you're looking for, but 3rd and 5, and that's going to be a nice play in the backfield by the Golden Eagles. Yet another sack. I think that's the 4th sack of this ball game for the Golden Eagles.
Knutson gets our 2 Jacks sack there.
Nelson has been under pressure this entire ballgame. I've been very impressed with the Golden Eagles' defensive line and the linebacker core in this one. Really has just been getting after the quarterback.
Yeah, they're getting stronger as this game goes on, and so 3 and out here for the Skyhawks. They start near midfield, but
don't go anywhere.
They go backwards.
Yep, they go back a yard. So 4th and 11, the punt unit out. Little rugby-style punt there once again. Spins out of it and able to get a couple extra yards here on the return. Breaks through yet another tackle. Nice return here that's number 18 for the Golden Eagles. So that's an excellent way to flip the field position a little bit there. Still a nice punt, but gets it all the way up there to about the 23-yard line.
That was a little bit of a risk there taken by Derek Morehouse, but he's able to get away with it. He spins out of that initial tackle, and that is tough to judge because you don't want to get down there too early as a defender and get that. Probably the one penalty we haven't seen, and that's the roughing, or
catch interference.
Catch interference one.
So 5 seconds left here in this 3rd quarter. So one more play here for the Golden Eagles. They opt to go with the nice little fake there as Jackson will keep it, gain a couple yards, so it'll be 2nd down and I think about 6 when we come back here for the 4th quarter. 21-14, touchdown lead for the Skyhawks over the Golden Eagles. We'll get you quarter number 4 when we come back on Spanish Fork 17.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
Contact State Farm agent Lance Wilson today.
Hi, welcome to 2 Jacks Pizza.
For the best pizza you'll ever taste and our world-famous cheese sticks, come to 2 Jacks Pizza on Main Street in Spanish Fork or call us for a quick delivery. Are you hungry yet?
Fourth quarter of action coming at you here on Spanish Fork 17. It is the Salem Hills Skyhawks up against the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles. The score 21-14. 7-point lead for Salem Hills over Maple Mountain. A kind of wacky 3rd quarter here as the Skyhawks scored a safety, a field goal, and a touchdown in this 3rd quarter. So went into this half, went into that 14-10. 11 unanswered points here by the Skyhawks, giving them a 7-point lead. But Golden Eagles driving here with the start of the fourth quarter. 2nd and 6. They will hand it off. And he'll get a nice.
I believe that's Hardy. And
that is Hardy, and there is a flag on the play.
On the edge there.
Definitely looked like, yeah.
Now, Maple Mountain has had picked up a few first downs here in the second half, but they really haven't had any very good field position and or a sustained drive.
And just unfortunately really struggling to string together quality plays on offense so far. But
looks like it's on Salem.
That's going to be a face mask. That's a big one there for the Golden Eagles, as that's going to give them a good chunk of yardage here on top of the yards that Hardy got on the run itself. So they will spot it at the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down for the Golden Eagles. And is that the break that they needed to get this offense up and rolling? We'll see in I formation here. They're going to hand it off to the fullback, and he's going to get essentially two hard-fought yards there.
To number 20, Leifson.
Leifson playing the fullback position. Also punts in his spare time, gets a couple of yards.
Where hasn't he played today? He's punted, he's played fullback, they lined him up at wide receiver.
Against Spanish Fork last year in the game we did, he played quarterback. He actually played a couple games at quarterback for the Golden Eagles last year. I know that he was probably in the competition here against Jackson. This will be 2nd and 8. They line up in I formation again. Play action, Jackson. He's going to get rid of it. Just kind of throw that down the sideline. So that brings up a 3rd and 8. Really credit Salem Hills. They've made some adjustments, and Maple Mountain looks like a completely inept offense here in the second half.
As we get a nice view here of Easton Merrill, who that's who obviously Jackson is trying to target Merrill as much as possible. He's been their big play option already with a touchdown here in this ball game, and has had a couple others that had Jackson been able to hit him in stride, maybe could have a tie ball game here, as probably could have had 2 touchdown catches here. But 3rd and 8, ball again at the 46-yard line. Big moment here for the Golden Eagles. Really could use the first down here. Jackson gets the ball, makes a nice read, goes up in the pocket, and then gets absolutely met by the Salem Hills defense. Gains a couple, ends up getting himself to about the 48-yard line, so it'll be about 4th and 6 as the punt unit will come out.
Sam Kinnicky, number 60, meets him for Salem Hills, and that brings up another punting. And punting has not went well for Maple Mountain, as they've had one blocked for Leifson, and also they had one that looked like it was a good punt, but it went out of bounds really short.
This one just a nice line drive, but excellent return here for Salem Hills. He ended up getting a couple of yards. Actually, nice job there in kick coverage, as it looked like he was going to turn the corner, but nice job to swarm him and get him down.
Yeah, great tackle by Caden Lockwood there on special teams. You don't usually see number 48, Gus Johnson, returning it, but he was kind of the up fullback on there, and it was a line drive right to him.
1st and 10.
Which just gets hands on it, gets a couple of yards out of it, so the ball will be spotted here at the 27-yard line. So Salem Hills with a 7-point lead, 10-14 left here in this fourth quarter. So obviously hoping to make this a 2-possession ball game and maybe even milk some of the clock here if they can. So I imagine this drive could be a drive that very heavily features Roper K, as the snap will go to Nelson. Instead, he's going to go deep here. That's a dangerous, looks like it's going to be a pass interference.
Ball was probably uncatchable, but you can't. Fagan that time just went and hit him high and forced the officials to make that pass interference call.
And we'll get the official call here from the ref. There it is. Pass interference on the Golden Eagles.
Ball will be spotted at the 42-yard line.
That'll put the ball at the 42, and it'll give Salem Hills another first down, and gives them essentially a free play here on this drive. I think that's an excellent read there by Nelson to go ahead and just take that shot, knowing that, again, at the very least, you're going to potentially force a penalty, but also a nice job there to not force something down the middle, as that's where he's been wrecked here for a couple of interceptions. They go Oh, that's a beautiful pass there by Nelson. Just drops that one right on that back shoulder on that slant route.
And if you're Salem, definitely just keep picking up those yards. If you can get another either field goal or touchdown here on this drive, you're really eating up some clock and taking that lead and looking to get a win heading into the weekend.
Reception number 6 on the day for Court Stewart has been heavily featured in this ball game, as I guess they just really like the matchup there for Stewart in this particular ball game. So 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line here for Salem Hills. 9:40 left here in the 4th quarter. They hand it off to Roper K, who finds a little seam there, gets himself about 4 yards.
Hands off to number 21.
So K once again hits the edge there, and he's played well tonight. He's going to have a lot of all-purpose yards, doing it both on the ground, through the air, and on those kick returns.
2nd and 5.
Now 2nd and 5 with the ball on the 40, so another nice gain there for Roper K. Really has come on here in this second half as the really bruising defensive line here for the Golden Eagles, which really has wreaked havoc in the backfield in terms of getting Nelson down for sacks, but starting to show a little bit of kinks in the armor here as Roper K is starting to beat them down a little bit.
Are we in Millar's field goal range as well?
I mean, there is that too. Pitch there to K. Will be brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Nice tackle there by number 24.
Number 21, Roper K. Heads off to the right side here on the near side. Gets brought down by number 24. Kavika Bringhurst.
Again, I know we brought it up already, but since we're getting a nice view of them again, these helmets for the Skyhawks are just so dang pretty. I love the powder blue with the Skyhawks with the American flag logo going on there. It's just a really pretty helmet, a really nice homage to the veterans in the celebration that they had earlier today. So 3rd and 5 with the ball at the 40. Cloward in motion for Salem Hills. He'll line up in the slot. Nelson trying to get the ball snapped. As that's going to.
The clock's at 0. You got to throw the penalty.
And they do call the delay of game. Oh, they're going to award Salem Hills with the timeout.
Seems suspicious to me.
It does seem a little. It looks questionable to me, but that's okay. I'm all for gearing more towards letting them have the timeout there. But yeah, Nelson tried very hard to try to get that thing snapped out. But timeout Skyhawks, their 2nd here of the half. And there's another view of these helmets. Again, I can't say enough about these. I think the design on these is absolutely gorgeous. I love the Skyhawk logo there in particular. You've got the stars and stripes, and then you put that on a pale blue helmet that pairs nicely with the pale blue and navy jersey. It's a thing of beauty.
Send it to the Olympic Committee, get them to have football be an Olympic sport, and they could just steal that right away.
They could steal that right off. I mean, yeah.
Say it's an eagle.
Yeah, absolutely. I love, again, I do. I love the design. It is really pretty as we're seeing the Golden Eagles make their way back out on defense, and the Salem Hills offense getting lined up here at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 5, 8:04 left here in the 4th quarter. Excellent matchup that we have for you on Spanish Fork 17. Just a 7-point lead for the Skyhawks. 11 unanswered points here in this second half for them. They're going to swing it out to K, who's got open field. He's going to rumble his way past the 30. Looks like they're going to mark that down at about the 28-yard line. Yet another big gain here for Roper K.
Yeah, Roper K is just kind of the safety valve outlet there on the edge. He makes the catch, gets upfield, and he's hard to bring down.
And it's just devastating when your safety valve can create 12 yards out of what's potentially a broken play. You just outlet it to your running back and let him be out in open space, miss a few guys, and get yourself a first down.
Salem Hills is going to take as much time as they can on this play clock just to see if they can get chew up some time, but they're definitely in field goal range for Millar.
Nelson takes the snap. They'll hand it off to K, and he will rumble his way to about the 20-yard line. So another decent gain there for the star running back.
Yeah, Roper K had a big game, over 100 yards against Cottonwood last week, and he's getting quite a few yards tonight as well. We're about halfway, we're about 5 minutes into this 4th quarter, and it's looking like it's going to be Salem Hills night unless something changes.
Yeah, they need a big momentum shift here. That the big thing for the Golden Eagles in that first half was turnovers, and so if they could figure out a way to force a fumble here or to get an interception, that changes the complexion of this game. Otherwise, it really just feels like the Skyhawks have the momentum here as they hand it off once again. A flag on the play is going to happen, but they do get, looks like about 2-ish yards on the play.
We'll have to see what this penalty is, but
it looks like illegal hands to the face.
Yeah.
You gotta,
they got
hands right up on the helmet there of the defensive lineman.
They put Tate Allred in there to carry the ball that time, and
holding goes
that one's going the other way. A little bit of a break for the Golden Eagles there.
A little bit of breathing room backs him up, so it'll be 2nd and 16. The ball will now be at the 33-yard line. So, yeah, definitely a big play there for the Golden Eagles. And again, though, you got to think for the Skyhawks here that what they've been doing here on this drive is what you're going to see. Even though it's 2nd and 16, you're well within range of your kicker. We've already seen Millar kick in a 40-plus yarder. So they don't necessarily need to force anything here on this particular play, but finds a wide open Court Stewart, 7th reception on the day, and he'll be down right at the 11-yard line. So I say don't force it, but then they just find an absolutely open window as Stewart sits down in the zone and gets himself open. Nice gain.
Yeah, that is a long ways to sit down in the zone, but that's exactly what Stewart did, and the only way that works is if your offensive line is providing the protection your quarterback needs.
Yeah, and they went from a holding penalty to then just absolutely holding up in the good way that Golden Eagles defensive line. So again, nice play there by the Skyhawks. They'll set up in a weak eye formation, give it off to their star guy Roper K, but a nice job there to bottle him up there on first down.
Number 21, Roper K.
And for Maple Mountain, you got to try and start stripping that ball if you can, or do what you can to get that ball back, because we're down to 5:33 here.
Right back to the line of scrimmage, brings up 2nd and 10.
Maple Mountain just is showing no energy there on defense.
Yeah, I definitely feel like they've been a bit beaten up here in this second half. Again, 11 unanswered points here in this second half for the Skyhawks. The Golden Eagles went into the half with a lead of 14-10, but momentum definitely fully in the favor of the Skyhawks here at this point, and really just an absolutely sensational second half for Roper K. Now in strong eye here, and they are going to fake play action here. And it's going to drop it right in the breadbasket. That's a beautiful pass there to Christian Millar.
Salem Hills can get another first down.
That is definitely important for time purposes. Oh, that's just a beautiful placement there by Jedi Nelson, as he technically was technically in double coverage there on that play, but just kind of drops it right in the right spot, and a great gain there. It'll be spotted at the 4-yard line.
3rd and a short 2.
It'll be 3rd and 2 with the ball at the 4. Again, they can get a first down by getting to the 2-yard line, and just a little bit beyond the 3-yard line. So 3rd and a very short 2. Nelson gets it. They swing it over, and it gets tipped. That's a great play. Great read there by the Golden Eagles defense.
That'll bring up 4th and
really, what has Salem done in this half that they didn't in the first half, and that's take care of the ball. Maple Mountain hasn't forced any turnovers, and really that's what propelled Maple Mountain to that 4-point halftime lead. And Salem Hills looking to get 14 points with the safety, the field goal, the touchdown with the mix, extra point, and then another field goal.
It's such a wacky scoring. It's unreal, as Millar will set up here for his 3rd field goal of the night, and it is straight through the uprights and good. So a 2-possession ball game here now for the Skyhawks, 24-14. That is 14 unanswered points here in this second half for Salem Hills, as they really just have taken this ball game over here in this second half. 10-point lead for them over the Golden Eagles.
They didn't shoot off.
They actually, you literally see him. He went, no. We're not going to do it this time. Got to see a few disappointed faces, some laughter
we pay
there.
our taxes, shoot it off.
Absolutely, shoot that thing off. I'm ready. I was ready this time. But yeah, nice little view of the howitzer over there. Absolutely. At least at the end of the game, we'll get another big fire shot there from the artillery. But speaking of artillery, it feels like the Salem Hills have come out swinging here and firing off here in this second half. Really off the back of their star running back, Roper K, who's had some huge gains in the run game as well as in the passing game. Really has been just exceptional. Another guy that's been exceptional is the guy kicking off here, Christian Millar. He's had himself a nice ball game too. Nice seam here on the kickoff for the Golden Eagles. This thing is going to go all the way.
That's Easton Merrill.
Oh, Easton Merrill answers huge here for the Golden Eagles. There is a flag on the play, though, so I don't want to get too crazy here. But what a return here by Easton Merrill. Found just a beautiful seam right up the middle, and no one was going to catch him. But, this could be a heartbreaker here.
Well, I don't know what it is.
And that's
in
the thing.
a weird spot.
I didn't see
Nobody was around there.
I didn't see a block in the back either, and so I'm not sure what this
I don't know if he
is.
can't lift his arm up. I don't know.
Yeah, what a return here by Easton Merrill. Here we go. This is a huge penalty coming up here.
Holding goes against
that is a bad break for Maple Mountain on a just absolutely beautiful return there by Easton Merrill. We'll see where they end up spotting this ball, but oh man, you go from putting 6 points on the board and getting yourself right back in this ball game to being marched all the way back to, looks like, the 38-yard line.
I wonder if that hold happened early on in the return, not necessarily when Merrill crossed the 48.
Your partner in health.
Yeah, that's
it. That was a game-changing kick, and it came back.
That was exactly what the Golden Eagles needed until it wasn't, and that's just an unfortunate break there for Maple Mountain. But they got to rally here and do what they can here with 3:58 left in this ball game. Stonebreaker in motion. They give it to him on the pitch. Rumbles his way to about the 44-yard line. A little bit of extracurricular activity there. They do get him back up there and pat him and say good job. So nice little sportsmanship there. I like that.
Yeah, Maple Mountain's uniforms kind of resemble a little more maroon, but some of the ones worn by the Army.
Yeah.
Especially the helmets.
The helmet is very Army, absolutely. Yeah.
It felt like an Army type play.
It did have that feel, again, that kind of like triple option look. So 2, second down and 3. Trips formation over to the left, 5 receiver set. Oh, they're going deep here. And this time they do get Easton Merrill. It will be a touchdown, but it looks like he pushed off. I think this is probably coming back. It'll be offensive pass interference.
We'll see.
We'll see. It looked a little weak to me, but it does seem like that's going to be the call here. Feels like the secondary kind of played that one up a little bit.
Easton Merrill can't catch a break.
No. Catching balls, but not breaks here in this ball game. That was an absolutely
Hall
just perfect,
out on the field.
Perfect route, and I can't blame Coach Hall, and that is such an unfortunate break. You get 2 just backbreakers there for Easton Merrill. Returns a kick for a touchdown, gets it called back, catches a touchdown and gets it called back on offensive pass interference. Just that's a rough sequence there for Coach Hall, for Easton Merrill, for just the Golden Eagles in general. So it'll be 2nd and 18 at the 30-yard line here. We'll see what they've got dialed up.
Merrill's got to be tired. He sprinted a lot.
He sprinted a ton in the last little bit. Jackson gets out of the pocket. He'll dance around a little bit. Oh, makes a couple of Skyhawks miss. He'll eventually find his way out at about the 40-yard line. That's a great.
Well, when it's third and about forever.
Yeah, second forever. Just get your wheels and get some positive yards. Exactly what Thanks Jackson does there. 3rd and 7, so 11-yard gain there on the QB scramble there.
Imagine it's 4-down territory here for the Golden Eagles.
Absolutely,
so
two-possession game.
You can do whatever you want here on this
like
play.
They're going to go. So 3rd and 7 at the 41-yard line, and the Skyhawks fan base is getting absolutely crazy, literally shaking up here in the Skyhawks nest. Oh, looks like Jackson was going to tie
a
up
receiver wide
easy
open.
one right there. That's Stonemaker right there making the play. Good. Nice job there by Stonebreaker to sit down and just make himself available to his quarterback. He gets the first down as Maple Mountain will stay driving here with 3:17 left here in this ball game.
They're going to have to, if they score, they're going to have to figure out how to do an onside kick because it's times at there's not much.
Jackson to Merrill right at the sideline, and he will get himself out of bounds nice and quick, well beyond the sticks. Couple extra yards, about a 13-yard gain there.
Salem Hills was
Merrill.
Salem Hills, sorry to cut you off, Andrew.
You're good.
Was disorganized. They had guys in the wrong spot. That made that an easy pass out to Merrill.
Yeah, easy pitch and catch there for Jackson over to Merrill. 3:04 left here in this ball game. Maple Mountain driving, hoping to cut into this lead. 24-14 Salem Hills over Maple Mountain. Jackson with these, got a scramble. He almost gets out of that sack, but we'll see what happens here with the flag on the play.
Alex
Cloward brings him down.
Bulldozes his way in for the sack. Cloward has been just a force here for the Golden Eagles on both sides, honestly. He's done a nice job at his tight end spot and has made some huge plays here on defense. It'll be a hold that's going to obviously be declined because, well, that sack yardage is basically the same as the hold as you see Cloward trying to pump up the crowd here. 2nd and 21.
Salem Hills looking to go to 2-1 and drop Maple Mountain to the same record.
Jackson with it, has time, goes over the middle. Oh, man, that was just a few inches away from being an interception.
Tate Allred drops back into coverage from his middle linebacker position and was in the right spot there. I guess there's a reason that doesn't play receiver.
He does get a few touches, but it tends to be as a running back. But he did a nice job there as the middle linebacker. That's really dangerous as a quarterback. That middle linebacker just can sometimes be lurking in a spot that you don't expect him to be.
Watch Merrill on your near side. That's probably who they're going to want to go to.
Yeah, Merrill on the near side of your screen here. They have trips formation. They are going to bump this thing actually out to the other side. Nice little actually screen action there. They do get it up to the 30, so a good chunky yardage there.
Now do you
get that over to Morehouse?
Do you go for the field goal here?
This is a tough call here for Coach Hall. It looks like he's opting to keep his offense. Yeah, opting to keep the offense on the field on 4th and 13. Maybe just a little bit of out of range here for their kicker. Jackson with time goes to the end zone. Double coverage on Merrill. He leaps for it. It's going to be out of bounds, and that's essentially going to be the ball game. Merrill trying to call for pass interference, but that one really, I don't know if there's a way for him to catch that and keep that in bounds.
8'8" to even have an attempt at that.
Yeah, it's just a desperation throw there by Jackson, trying to get it to his best playmaker in Merrill, but just a little bit long on it. There's 2:12 left here in this ball game and a 10-point lead here for the Skyhawks, who essentially just need to run the clock out here and come away with the big victory here against the Golden Eagles. It'll move their record to 2-1, just like Chris was saying. It'll move the Golden Eagles to 2-1 as well, heading into Region 7 play for them, but a solid effort here from the Golden Eagles. Again, they were up in this ball game going into the half, 14-10, but then a really dominant second half here for the Skyhawks. 14 unanswered points here in this second half. They're going to hand this thing off to their workhorse, Roper K, who's going to be down right at about the line of scrimmage.
Well, we're going to have probably a big stretch of time, especially if Spanish Fort can Maple Mountain can stop the run. But the latest score on Spanish Fork is they're up.
Oh my goodness!
28-25 on Orem.
That would be a massive win for the Dons.
There was a 40-yard run by Brock Jacobson with 6:37, so I have no idea how much time is left on that one.
That would be a massive, absolutely massive win for the Dons. That's going to look really, really great on the resume, really good for their RPI. Again, the Tigers are a team that have been perennially, over the last several years, have been a really solid squad. So
and it says it's a final. Crimson Cliffs beats Springville 28-7.
Oh man, Crimson Cliffs ran away with that one in the second half.
Richfield is a final. They beat Payson 37-21 at Richfield.
Yeah, another one that kind of got away in the second half.
And Provo,
and that's the big
falls
one.
to Timpview 13-21, a little short there.
Kept it decently close, but not quite enough. As Nelson will fake that one and then runs about 20 yards to gain maybe 2. As definitely trying to eat clock here.
By number 24, Vika Bringhorst.
1:55 left here in this ball game. It'll be a long third down here for the Skyhawks. Again, a 10-point lead here, as there is a Golden Eagle down. That's it's number 24 that's getting looked at by the medical staff there for the Golden Eagles. Hope that he is okay. Looks like he's walking off on his own power, so that's definitely a good sign. As get a view of the Skyhawks huddle here as they're getting the final 1:55 in the books here, hoping to come away with the victory here against the Golden Eagles, basically sitting in the driver's seat for the Golden Eagles. Again, they started the season 2-0, which is already just a big accomplishment for Coach Hill after a one-win season last year, and a hard-fought battle here against a good Skyhawks team, it looks like. And again, they've got a gauntlet though coming into region play.
They do, for sure. Yeah, Maple Mountain, it's not going to get any easier for them on the schedule. I'll have to. I got it somewhere here.
I was about to say, pull it up here as well. So next week they have Lehigh, Cedar Valley, Wasatch, Orem, Springville, Timpview, and Mountain Crest. That's don't think there's a single gimme game there on the schedule. Because that was going to be a keeper by Nelson. He's going to try to stay in bounds, but he is right there by the marker. He's also pretty banged up there. They do get him up. Looks like he's not too gimpy, but right at that first down marker. We'll see where the spot is for it.
Yeah, and
looks like he is going to be. Looks like he's about 2 yards short. So it'll be fourth and a long 2 here.
That's critical, not staying in bounds for Salem Hills. They have a tough matchup. They're at Provo.
Oh, they can. Oh, yeah. The Bulldogs have
Region 8 game.
That is.
I think it's Region. They need to stop number them.
Yeah, I'm like, I can't keep track. Yeah, so 4A, Region 8. Punt is away, and it's actually a pretty nice one there.
Oh,
it'll take a nice Golden Eagles bounce, though, and it'll get kicked there by the Skyhawks. And, of course, why not? Why not throw the laundry out there?
Apparently you can't intentionally kick it. You can down it.
You can down it, but not kick the ball. That's
a mental mistake
some sense.
there.
That is a mental mistake there for the Skyhawks.
I think it's illegal touching.
Mm-hmm. And for the Skyhawks, it'll be Provo, followed by Payson. They then have a date with the Dons on the 15th, which we will have coverage of that one here on Spanish Fork 17. Very excited about that particular ball game after watching Salem Hills. They then have Uinta, Mountain View, Timpanogos, and then Bear River to close off their season. And there is illegal kick there.
Illegal touching of the football on the play goes against the Skyhawks.
Because it's a 5-yard penalty.
So if you had that one on your bingo card, that one, you don't see that one very often.
No.
Congratulations to you if you did have it on the bingo card. So $1:37 left here in this ball game. Jackson with it. He's going to scramble around, sees some green, takes it, and gets tackled at about the 46.
Jackson scrambles from that pocket.
Little mild gain there on first down as the clock will continue to roll here. Time definitely not in the Golden Eagles' favor.
They've got to score twice, so they've got to score quick
score very quick here. They do get the first down on the play. Jackson will go to his favorite target, Merrill. He'll get himself out of bounds. Nice 14-yard gain there for Easton Merrill. Another 1st and 10. methodically moving up the field.
Moving faster than the chain gang can, that's for sure. Maple Mountain's got it rolling now.
They are cruising here.
Very nice. Once again, make sure to thank and help out our Latinos in action.
So 36-yard line here, again, needing to score here. 1:11 left on the clock. Try to go another out route there to Easton Merrill, and they say that he tapped his way in. Nice job. Nice catch there by Easton Merrill. Keeps his feet in. And keeps it rolling here for Maple Mountain.
All those tap dancing lessons are paying off for Merrill. He must be taking them.
Absolutely.
He's had a great game. He had a couple of touchdowns called back, one for a hold and one for a offensive pass interference, which was questionable.
It certainly was, and he's also had a few where he's been open in stride and just couldn't quite get to him. And there's another opportunity here in double coverage, and it will be knocked away incomplete.
For number 1, Merrill falls
it was good coverage there by the Skyhawks as obviously they're locked in on their best target, want to try to get it to him. And, at 6'2", Merrill's got some length, and so kind of throw it up there to your guy. But not an easy play there for Easton Merrill, so it'll be 3rd and 2.
So the latest I got from my son is it's Orem 31, Spanish Fort 28 with a minute to go.
Oh, goodness, man. That's going to go right down to the wire. Again, that'd be just a huge win for the Dons. Finds an open receiver. Does not get out of bounds. That's an unfortunate break for the Golden Eagles. They do get the first down, so the chains do has to move, but good catch there by Morehouse.
They'll spot the ball quickly and get that clock going again.
52 seconds left. Jackson right back over to Morehouse, but airmails that one up over his head. It'll be incomplete.
A little out of rhythm that time for Banks Jackson, but he's having quite the possession here. And at some point, you can kick a field goal in these scenarios because you got to get an onside kick. You got to get 10 points there. So only one possibility in this situation, and that's a touchdown and a field goal to tie this to go to overtime.
And so you do wonder when Coach Hall might actually bring out that field goal unit. But for now, it'll be 1st and 10 with 48 seconds left in this ball game. Jackson looks over to his right, sees nothing, scrambles, goes back to his right, and does find an open receiver right at the sticks. That's number 20, Leifson. So that'll be a nice gain for Maple Mountain and stops the clock at 42 seconds.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, and it's pretty close to the chains. They're also at the 14, so you're definitely in field goal range. We'll see who they use as the kicker. Last week, it was Benuelos that banged in a couple of field goals.
You imagine that Benuelos will be the one coming in. He's also been kicking the extra points here today. So 3rd and 1, big moment here for the Golden Eagles. Jackson will keep it and then just get stuffed. Absolutely stuffed by the Salem Hills defense. Imagine the timeout will be called here by the Golden Eagles to potentially set up the field goal opportunity.
Like to remind you, at the end of the game,
some coaches just like to score the touchdown and try and get that out of the way first, but looks like Benuelos is running onto the field.
Timeout call.
Yeah, this seems like the right call here for Coach Hall. You just want to try to get the easy point here with the field goal being, in a decent range here for Benuelos, and then you gotta draw up a real nice onside kick, figure out a way to get the ball back, and then you got to score that touchdown. So just 36 seconds left here in this ball game on Spanish Fork 17, 24-14. Salem Hills currently with that 10-point lead over Maple Mountain. Looks like the Golden Eagles are setting up for a field goal here. Ball will be set up here at the 17, so it will be a 34-yard attempt here for Benuelos.
Try and get you a final for the Spanish Fork game. Last I got was Orem was up by 3 with a minute to go.
The kick is up, and it is good. Field goal is good here for the Golden Eagles. Again, that is Benuelos with the field goal there for the Golden Eagles, as they are now within a touchdown here, 24-17. Their first points of the second half. 32 seconds left here, so 24-17. And you imagine that this is the moment for the Golden Eagles to dial up that onside kick and just try to figure out a way to get possession of the ball.
And even if you get it, you have to go.
You got to get that touchdown.
You got to go about 50 yards to get a touchdown. So, I mean, I've watched a lot of Tom Cruise movies called Mission Impossible, and this is about it.
It's definitely a hard one to get a view of the Salem Hills marching band here, as they're definitely all smiles here so far in this ball game. Really an excellent second half here for Salem Hills. Really just 14 points, really nice. They really got their offense rolling behind Roper K and getting enough extra stuff from their quarterback, Jedi Nelson, just to really take control of this ball game. But good on the Golden Eagles to keep their fight going and able to get the field goal here and give themselves, a little puncher's chance here. If you do get this onside kick, you do got to march down the field. But, if you find some coverage and are able to find Easton Merrill again with another deep ball, anything can happen, folks, on a Friday night on Spanish Fork 17. So we'll see what happens here with this onside attempt. Timeout called here by the Skyhawks. I believe that is their last of the half, with the Golden Eagles still having 2 in their pocket for the rest of this second half. But it all hinges on this onside attempt here by the Golden Eagles.
Yeah, that's a pretty big play. So we'll have to see. This is pretty much the ball game for Maple Mountain, and you don't see too many of these converted, but at the high school level, sometimes it's a little
weirdness ensues.
Yes.
It may not even be perfectly executed, but just something happens. It goes off the hands of the hands team. It just kind of squirts off of someone awkwardly, and it just, the ball bounces weirdly sometimes. And for Maple Mountain, you got to hope that weird bounce is in their favor here with this onside kick. A really fun night of football here on Spanish Fork 17. Again, started off with a really just fun presentation by Salem Hills, and now potentially culminating here with this onside kick opportunity here for the Golden Eagles, able to get the field goal by Banuelos to bring this within 7, 24-17. Again, their first points of this second half. It'll be number 80 going for the onside kick. It does get a nice bounce for the Golden Eagles, but it is corralled in, it looks like, by Salem Hills. That was a well-executed onside kick, honestly.
That's Millar.
Yep, Millar brings it in. Oh, there's a penalty on the play, so we'll see.
Probably
offsides here on the Golden Eagles. Probably a little jumpy. Obviously wanted to be a little jumpy here with this onside kick.
Might need just 1-0 down, and we can fire off the cannon one more time.
One last time.
But it's been pretty, for Salem Hills, they played a little sloppy there in the first half with turnovers, but they've cleaned it up. And
unsportsmanlike conduct goes against the Skyhawks.
Unsportsmanlike conduct this time.
That'll be after the play, so it will still be first down here as they do get the onside kick recovery. It'll bump them back to the 30-yard line, and this is pretty much ball game here, folks, as Salem Hills can now pretty much just kneel this clock out. There will be potentially a few timeouts here for the Golden Eagles, but it's pretty much inevitable here at this point as they are in victory formation. Nelson will get in there to receive the snap. Goes down on a knee as the clock will continue to kick, and looks like they will not opt for any timeouts here, and that will be, once we get it, we're going to get it firing off here. Nice view of the cannon. Here we go. 15 seconds left here in this ballgame as they're going to wait for the time to fully run off here. But an excellent win here for Salem Hills at home against a very hungry Maple Mountain team looking for a third straight victory. They will fall to 2-1 as the cannon will now fire. Boom, boom, boom. Huge win here for Salem Hills as they win this thing 24-17. And we will get you a recap of this one when we come back on Spanish Fork 17.
If you're looking for a workout, you know MVP Sports is the place to start, and that includes pickleball. MVP Sports has all you need to get active in this growing sport. Paddles, shoes, clothing, and the pickleballs. MVP Sports in Spanish Fork.
The best time to check your furnace is before it fails, and you can rely on Triple T to do the job right. Our technicians are trained every year so you can sleep better at night, knowing your furnace is safe to operate. Call Triple T at 798-7711 to schedule your tune-up today.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
Contact State Farm agent Lance Wilson today.
Hi, welcome to Two Jacks Pizza.
For the best pizza you'll ever taste and our world-famous cheese sticks, come to Two Jacks Pizza on Main Street in Spanish Fork or call us for a quick delivery. Are you hungry yet?
Welcome back to Spanish Fork 17. Folks, a heartbreaker here for the Golden Eagles as they lose to crosstown rival, as you will, old region foe Salem Hills, 24-17. Big second half for Salem Hills, scoring 14 unanswered points to start that second half. Maple Mountain made a surge there at the end, able to get a field goal, and then tried the onside kick, but ended up falling short here in this one to a really good Salem Hills team. Excellent job there by the Skyhawks to hold on to this one. They'll move to 2-1 on the season, and for Maple Mountain, a bit of a disappointment, but 2-1 overall still on the season as they head into region play.
Yeah, for Maple Mountain, they did all well. Actually, I think they play Lehigh and then are off to region play.
That's true, Lehigh and then region play.
But Maple Mountain forced some turnovers, got a pick six, and had that lead. And really, in the second half, their inability to manufacture offensive drives really came back to bite them, and the defense couldn't get any turnovers there. So really credit Salem Hills for playing a cleaner half and getting that victory, and they'll go to 2-1.
Very fun game here at Salem Hills, and it's again unfortunate for the Golden Eagles. Forced 3 turnovers in that first half and then just couldn't refine that magic in the second half, so falls short 24-17. Our MVP Sports MVP of the game for this one is going to go to wide receiver Easton Merrill, who had several receptions in this one. I believe I had 8 receptions for him on the ball game. Had a just beautiful touchdown pass that he caught from Banks Jackson. Was an absolutely beautiful play there. And then he had a couple of touchdowns taken away from him by penalties. Had an absolutely beautiful kick return that got brought back on a hold. And then on that very same drive, another touchdown catch that got brought back. That one on just a little bit of a shove that got called as an offensive pass interference, but very clearly could have came away with several more scores in this ball game, but really was the heart and soul of the Maple Mountain offense. So tip of the cap to Easton Merrill as our MVP Sports MVP of the game.
Yeah, both teams play pretty hard. We had a lot of penalties, so these teams have some things to work on, cleaning up penalties for next week's games. But looks like both teams are both improved for the 23 campaign.
Yeah, absolutely love seeing both of these teams doing super well as we're getting a nice view of the camera here. And we enjoy being on camera every now and then, but more so I enjoy being able to wrap up our broadcast here, which is what we're going to do here. I want to remind you that our next broadcast is going to be on September 8th. So not this upcoming Friday, but the following Friday we will have the Spanish Fork Dons. We will get to see them face the Mountain View Bruins, my alma mater. This will be a really fun matchup, and that will be again September 8th, not the 1st, but September 8th at 7 p.m. here on Spanish Fork 17. For our entire Spanish Fork 17 crew, I am Andrew LaRose. He is Chris Hurst. I hope that you've had a good time here on this broadcast. The Golden Eagles fall just a little bit short in this one. Salem Hills taking the win here 24-17, and we will catch you in 2 weeks for that Dons Bruins game here on Spanish Fork 17.